RoCo Radio basketball coverage will start in 2 minutes. Tonight's basketball pregame show will start in 1 minute and 30 seconds. RoCo Radio basketball coverage will start in 1 minute. Tonight's hoops coverage on RoCo Radio will start in 30 seconds. The following is a presentation of RoCo Radio Sports. Local high school basketball. RoCo Radio hits the hardwood to cover the teams that you love in Rockingham County. Reedsville High School, Rockingham County High School, McMichael High School, Moorhead High School, Bethany Community School. Your home for boys and girls basketball across Rockingham County is RoCo Radio. Find us live on your favorite social media app at RoCoRadio.com and on the Live 365 app on your mobile device by searching for RoCo Radio. Local sports coverage on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to you, our supporters and fans, and the fans of local athletes and coaches across our area. It's also made possible thanks to the wonderful small businesses that believe in our coverage, believe in our community, and believe in local athletes. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Penrose Car Wash at 1509 South Scales in Reedsville has been serving the Reedsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Penrose Car Wash, open 24/7, and find us on Facebook. Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Cooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Cooler Ice dispenser at Schules Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reedsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reedsville at 1509 South Scale Street or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Cooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons at Cooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your Nice's Sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. High school basketball coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today at Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items, such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, the chuck wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. High school basketball on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey when greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local basketball teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Local basketball coverage is also made possible thanks to our friends at Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcast, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. We now head courtside with Joe Dexter and David Woods on the call and RoCo Radio basketball coverage on RoCoRadio.com.
For the first time since January 8th, we return to the Rock for varsity basketball action. Upcoming, it's the Lady Cougars taking on the Wildcats, followed by the varsity boys action at 8 o'clock. It's the Cougars and Wildcats. Joe Dexter, David Woods. It's good to be back at the Rock.
Yes, it is. Great to be back. In for some good night of Friday night basketball. Get to see Dynamite in action tonight. Get to see Ava Grace, Lily Stripmiter. It's going to be a good night.
We'll start with the boys squad for Rockingham County, 9-7 on the year, 3-5 inside the conference. We get to see the man who's 6th in scoring in the state of North Carolina, averaging 30 points per game, Dynamite Johnson, who passed Jason Gagne for 2nd all-time in Rockingham County High School history against Southern Guilford on the 24th, now sits at 1,307 points. The record, 1,359 points from Justin Ward from 2004 to 2008, so just 52 points away from tying the school record is Dynamite Johnson. We'll see what he can do tonight. Last time out against Eastern Guilford, sat out due to sickness.
Yes, he did, and that was a tough ball game. Tonight, they really, really, really need this one. This will definitely help out in conference play as far as the conference record goes, but they've got to have this one tonight to keep everything in contention for the a playoff run. And it's crazy because I'm sitting here and I'm looking over the stats, and for the year, Dynamite Johnson, he has 308 points scored. The next person behind him is Nick Rumblin. He's got 148. It's wild. And then the next person behind him, you're looking at Thomas with 120 points. So, I mean, this dude, man, he is absolutely spectacular with the basketball. He can light it up from anywhere on the court. I mean, if he would shoot it from half court if he knew he was going to make it, and he would. But it's going to be fun to watch, man. I'm glad to be back here. Glad to be, broadcasting some good local basketball. It's going to be a fun night.
In the Mid-State 3A, Dudley atop the conference at 8-1 with Smith. Those two will meet tonight. The first meeting at Smith, Dudley won 57-53, so that'd be a close one for the top. At 7-2 is High Point Central at number 2 in the conference. Northeast Guilford at 5-3, who Rockingham will take on 2 times coming up here at the end of the season. And at number 5 is Rockingham County at 3-5 in the conference. You look at the road just conference-wise for this team. It's been a tough road, as they said, at number 25 in the RPI in the playoffs. They've taken on, we're talking the boys, number 2 Smith in the 2A West, number 11 Dudley, number 16 High Point Central, number 19 Northeast Guilford. They'll be taking on 2 times at the end of the season. So if they can hold on, if they can continue to win the games they need to win, they're going to be battle-tested heading into the playoffs.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the games you want, though. You want to face the best teams, not only in conference but in the state of North Carolina. I mean, you want to be battle-tested because that's only going to make you better at the end of the year. So, but yeah, they really need to get this win tonight. This is a Eastern Guilford team that's really reeling. They've lost 6 straight. So yeah, it's just they've got to get it done tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
For Rockingham County on the girls' side, winners of 9 of their last 10, 14 of their 16 wins have come by 10-plus points or more this season. They've dominated, David, at 16-2, a big win against Smith on the road, 57-47 last week. They look to continue that streak here tonight, and now I'm about to go on a rant. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Number 20 in the RPI, number 20. Every other 2-loss team in the 2A West is either 1, 2, or 3 in the RPI, and here we sit at number 20. These teams, these coaches can't control who's scheduled in some instances, especially when you factor in some of the X factors outside of what coaches are in control of. This team deserves to be ranked higher than number 20. There's no question about it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is an absolutely great, fundamentally sound basketball team. Coach Wall has always got these girls coached up. I mean, they're so unselfish. Their last win, against Eastern Guilford was 57-43. I mean, they pretty much, took care of business. But, man, I mean, Lily Strittmeyer, she is the true deal at point guard. She is a great facilitator, great ball handler, great ball shooter. I mean, you got Ava Grace, you got Rakestraw. I mean, it is just amazing to watch this unselfish basketball team, and I'm glad we get to be a part of it.
Their schedule at the end will be tight as well. They'll take on High Point Central on Tuesday. On Wednesday, it's Northeast Guilford, and at Friday against Dudley, all games are here at home. So that'll be a key stretch for these Lady Cougars at 16-2, 6-2 in the Mid-State 3A. As we hear from head coach Jesse Wall. Welcome into the Sandy Cross General Merchandise pregame show here on RoCo Radio. We bring you great basketball. It's Play for K here at the Rock, joined with head coach Jesse Wall of the Lady Cougars. That would be the wrong file there, David.
Oh, no. You'll get it right. It's okay. We've had a couple of days off. We've got to relax a little bit. We'll get back in the rhythm.
Well, I'll just surmise what we talked about. He recapped the win. He said it was a great win against Smith, a win that they came together and played well after a tight game against Eastern Guilford, and it's going to be key and paramount to succeed down the stretch and play as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it will. And like I said, man, you know, they can go in whatever rank they want to, but they're not the underdogs. And a lot of teams are going to see at once hit playoff hits, and it's going to be they're going to see some eye-opening gameplay with this team for sure.
Sandy Cross General Merchandise pregame show brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for fresh ice and local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Coming up in just about 5 minutes, we've got tip-off girls varsity action, 16-2 Rockingham County against Eastern Guilford, 8-11, 6-3 though in the conference, and winners of 4 of their last 6. Take this one. Actually, take that one. As we're joined, we got a special guest here on the pregame show, joined with Noah Ware of Reedsville, the offensive lineman. How's it going, buddy?
Going good, going good.
Hey, man, glad to have you here on the pregame show. I saw the wrap-up, the banquet. Everything went well?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't be more blessed.
What's next for you?
Well, we're going to visit a couple more colleges here, a couple more weeks, and then we're going to commit, hopefully by mid-February, hopefully, and have a place to go so we can be playing somewhere next fall.
Hey, we say it on the broadcast all the time. We talk about the guys out outside. We talk about the guys in the backfield. But what makes it work is what you do at the offensive line. Talk about your guys that you played with up front this year.
I mean, can't say nothing better about them. I mean, there's 5 guys that wanted to work every day. And we had some issues with center, and we had Lucas Gingler step up, and he's a hell of a person for doing it, because not many people would have stepped up in that position for Reedsville, you know. But we had 5 guys that wanted to do it, and that was a good thing for us.
What's your whole career been like for you as you look back on it?
I mean, I think it's a good career, being a 2-year starter and a role player in my sophomore year, but, man, I wish I had a couple more rings, though.
Don't we all? I mean, that's But the good thing is that you know that you guys put everything you could into winning, into the trying to get those championships. You left it on the field.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always. Every Friday. That's what Tig put in us, was to go win and have fun.
So as you look at colleges and what's next for you, what are you looking for in a college football program?
I mean, I'm looking for somewhere where I can go build and get better as a person, off the field and on the field, and have a family atmosphere where my family could be around and watch me play. That's where I want to be on a Saturday afternoon.
Awesome.
I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and shoot Bill Belichick a text message, and I'll see if we can't get you at Carolina. What about that?
I appreciate that.
Noah Ware joining us here on the pregame show as we get ready for tip-off. It's Lady Cougars and the Lady Wildcats of Eastern Guilford. Do you have a moment that you remember as your favorite?
Probably the Shelby game when I pushed Kendra into the end zone. I remember that. I said, I won't never be fast enough to run down and do anything, but I got down there that one time.
Oh, man. There's moments when you're on that offensive line and you're seeing the play develop. What is that like, seeing Jariel Cobb do what he does, and Kendra and all the guys, Deontay, seeing you're setting for Deontay, but then he can do things outside of the time that you spent setting up blocks for him?
I mean, it makes your job easier, I guess I would say. I mean, when you put an athlete behind you, you don't have to have harder pass steps. But with him, it was just made it fun. You know, they didn't know what we was going to do.
Right. You probably didn't know what you were going to do sometimes.
No. I try to block, and then you'd be in the wrong place at the wrong time because he'd cut back.
And how about Cobb, when you see what Cobb was able to do?
I mean, Cobb he's a hell of a person. You know, he's off the field. He's great in the classroom. I mean, he left it all out there on the field every Friday night, and you would think, you know, he would want to carry more carries, and he wouldn't. He never argued about how many times he got the ball, and that was what I liked about Jariel.
I'm going to tell you, buddy, it's been an absolute pleasure watching you and watching everybody at Reidsville. You know, I've been a part of RoCo Radio now for 2+ years, and it's just been amazing, man, to see what y'all have done down there and what y'all continue to do as far as success goes. And, man, I really appreciate you, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it, too.
Before we let you go, you got to make us a promise. When you commit, let us know. We'll have you on. We want to talk about it. We want to congratulate you on moving forward. So when you're ready, you let us know. We'll get you back on a RoCo Radio.
I will. I'll let y'all know. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you. That's Noah Ware joining us here on the pregame show as we get you ready for tip-off. It's the Lady Cougars and the Eastern Guilford Wildcats. Joe Dexter, David Woods here on the call. All right, here's the keys to the game for me, David. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Number 22, number 13, the guards for Rockingham County, a combined 8.6 GPA. We have to start taking our shoes off to get to that high. They're the smart players on the court, Lily Stripminer and Ava Grace Pruitt. There's a lot of smart players, don't get me wrong, but they lead the way. And we know what they can do with their guard play. I expect to see great things yet again.
So, Liberty University, I hope you're not listening in. I'm going to go ahead and have to pay those girls to take care of my master's degree for me. But, yeah, I think you're exactly right with the keys to the game tonight. I mean, it's just, like I said, it's just unselfish basketball we get to see from these ladies, and it's always fun to watch. And here we go with the national anthem.
And the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's colors are being presented by Rockingham County High School's very own NC 961 AFJRTC unit. Tonight's colors are being presented by the following cadets. Cadet Isaiah Coe, Commander. Cadet Real Roberts. Cadet Aaron Washburn. Cadet Jeffrey Bean. And Cadet Sam Hyde.
We now head down to the court for our starting lineups.
Starting lineups first for the Wildcats. Coach by Samia Harvey. Number 0, Lavette Clark. Number 5, Moira German. Number 15, Emerson McCall. Number 22, Kayla Crisp. And number 23, Kylie Herbert. And now, the starting lineups for your home, Rockingham County Cougars. Number 13, Ava Grace Pruitt. Number 22, Lily Strickmatter. Number 25, Lady Red. And number 32, Renaya Hargrove. The Cougars are coached by Jesse Wall, assisted by Mike Williams and BJ Bonds. It's time for basketball at the Rock. Get on your feet.
So here we go, tip-off just a moment away. Your starters, we start with the visiting Eastern Guilford Wildcats. Nevaeh Clark starts at guard, as does Mari German, both freshmen. Emerson McCall, the sophomore, at small forward. Kayla Crisp is getting the start as well at forward. The sophomore, and Kylie Herbin gets the start as well at forward. For your Cougars, Lily Strickmeyer at the guard, as well as Ava Grace Pruitt. Lainey Reb gets the start. Reese Pirtle at both at forward, and Renaya Hargrove at center. So here we go.
All right, let's go to work.
Right side for Eastern Guilford, left side for your Cougars. Here's a tip, it's one in the hands of Pruitt. Up the floor, Reb inside, easy look for two for Reese Pirtle to start things off. Just underway here in the first quarter, right to left for Eastern Guilford. Inside, the ball is batted away. Cougars defense with tight pressure, now in the corner, right to the basket, wide open look on the pass from the corner to Herbin.
Oh, we got Eastern Guilford coming out in the full court press too.
Our side, Pruitt here near side to Reb. Reb on the near side wing, dribbles in the corner, now to Strickmeyer on the wing. To the baseline, now pass it back to Reb. Off the elbow, now in the corner for Strickmeyer, and we'll have a travel. Glad to have you along as you join us here from Wall Court and the Rock. Rockingham County High School just underway. Varsity action. It's the Lady Cougars and the Lady Wildcats. German takes it up the floor. Far side, it's batted and out of bounds by Pirtle just in front of the Lady Cougar bench. It'll stay with Eastern Guilford. McCall to inbound for the Wildcats. Inbounds, the top of the logo for German. Mari German, the freshman, runs point for Eastern Guilford. Far side, now back in on the give and go. And two for Crisp.
It's been a couple of defensive breakdowns so far for Rockingham.
Pirtle's going to get hit hard just at the logo and a foul. First foul for German. 4-2 lead for Eastern Guilford here early in this mid-state 3A matchup. Left to right for the Cougars. Strickmeyer past the timeline, the all-conference player. Passes it far side. Off the hands of Pruitt to Reb. Now back to Reb in the corner for three. It's off the back iron. Sky rebound for Hargrove. Can't quite bring it in. It goes out of bounds on the baseline. It'll stay with the Cougars. A junior all-conference, Ava Grace Pruitt to inbound from the baseline right side. Into Reb. Now top of the key. Drive for Strickmeyer at the free throw line. Steps back. Bounce pass Reb on the wing. Now in the corner. Wide open look. Ava Grace Pruitt off the rib. Rebound inside Hargrove. Power dribble. Looks for two. Can't get it. Ball is loose at the free throw line. Picked up by Eastern Guilford. Moving right to left. Losing it on the far side is German. Just in front of the scores table. Turnover. Lady Cougars basketball.
So, Rockingham's getting some great offensive looks, getting some offensive rebounds. Just early on in the show, can't get it in the basket, but I look for it to change right here on this possession, partner. I'm calling it.
Strickmeyer past the timeline to the wing in the corner to Pruitt. Looks to drive the baseline. Now kick back out. A little floater from Strickmeyer.
Look at that. Here we go.
All tied up 4-4 here in the first 6 minutes on the clock. Far side, it's German looking inside and stolen away. Stolen by Pirtle. Up the floor, wing three.
Why not?
Strickmeyer can't get it. Just off the backside of the iron. Rebound long side goes in the hands of Herbin. Up the floor for Eastern Guilford, right to left. In the corner is McCall, covered by Hargrove. Now she's trapped by Strickmeyer and Hargrove. She's got nowhere to go with the basketball. They'll call it travel. Great defense by the Lady Cougars.
And that's what they'll do. Once they score a basket, they'll get up to half court and start trapping. Really making it uncomfortable to try to get the offense flowing.
Reb with the inbound. Strittmeyer near side to Pruitt. Gets it back. Now in the corner to Pruitt near side. Top of the key, wide open look for Reb.
Got it. Is.
Nothing but net for Laney Reb and a 7-4 lead for the Cougars. Far side, looking inside is the point guard. Now a spin.
That's travel.
Yeah, they call it travel on
Yes,
Clark.
they do.
German looked inside to Clark. Couldn't get it on the spin. Just handled the basketball. Now Rockingham County Cougar ball. Inbound for Reb to Strittmeyer. Now back to Reb. Full court press from Eastern Guilford. 7-4 lead for the Lady Cougars. Grace Pruitt with a nice little handoff to Pirtle. The bounce pass on the baseline to Hargrove. Just too much on it. Goes out of bounds behind the basket.
And that's what Coach Wall talked about. You know, he says that sometimes they're a little too unselfish. So she had the open shot right there. She just made the extra pass.
German, the freshman, trapped at the top of the logo. Now far side. Inside reverse layup for Eastern Guilford. Does not fall. Rebound to Pruitt. Up the floor near sideline. Crossover move from Strittmeyer. She spins. Sits on the near side wing. Passes it now the right side wing. Reb with the basketball from Pruitt. In the corner for Pirtle. Back to the top of the key. Now free throw line. Jumper for Pruitt. Is off the side iron. Rebound inside for Clark. Eastern Guilford basketball. Handoff on the baseline. Now up the floor right to left for the Wildcats. Down 7-4. 4:22 to play here in the first. Clark's going to sit at the logo.
Rockingham in a 2-3 zone.
Bounce pass to the wing, far side for Clark. Covered by Strittmeyer and Hargrove. In the corner, now a drive by McCall. Kick it out. Top of the near side wing, make it for German, who drives to the basket. Can't get the layup. Rebound Strittmeyer just off the far side elbow. Now up the floor left to right. Strittmeyer is bullied right at the midcourt logo. Foul is going to be called on Herbin. So Rockingham County retains possession. They'll inbound on the far side. Just to the right of the scorers table. 3:57 to play here in the first. 7-4 lead for the Lady Cougars. Inbound to Strittmeyer. High dribble. Now crossover to the far side. Passing here near side wing to Reb. To the free throw line. Pruitt is covered by two. It'll be a battle for the basketball. Jump ball. Make that Pirtle possession arrow in favor of Eastern Guilford. So here comes the inbound from Eastern Guilford. Pass the timeline right to left. Pass the Cougar paw at midcourt. Stolen away. That's poked away by Grace Pruitt. Ava Grace Pruitt to Strittmeyer with the layup on the left side.
What a beautiful pass.
4 points for Strittmeyer. 9-4 lead for the Cougars.
Oh, that's a charge.
Is that a charge call?
Should be.
Yes. Great defense by Hargrove. She planted her feet on the far sideline just in front of the Cougar bench. Forcing the turnover. So Reb will inbound on the far sideline. Walking up the floor is Strittmeyer. One-handed pass, far side, wing for Pruitt. Now near side for Reb. Around the perimeter, top of the key, Strittmeyer with a pump fake. One-handed pass, far side, right inside with the strike to Hargrove, who draws the foul. She'll head to the line. That's great basketball.
That's what I love about this team, man. It's always great passing every time we watch them, every time we get to call a game here. It's just beautiful.
You know, Dex and David, we don't have the biggest vocabularies. Crisp.
It is absolutely
short word. That's a good word for it.
It is. It's just a work of art.
Hargrove can't get the first. 9-4 lead for the Lady Cougars. 3:13 to play here in the first. Here comes the second one for Renaya Hargrove. It's off the back iron. Rebound goes to Eastern Guilford. Crisp with the rebound up the floor. Herbin will pass the ball to Calvin, who's in the ball game for Eastern Guilford. Now in the corner. Pass across to the top of the key for Clark. Clark drives, kicks it back out, and we'll have a foul. Oh, we'll have a
timeout.
Timeout.
Yep.
Timeout with 2:52 to play here in the first. A 9-4 lead for the Lady Cougars. Here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road in Eden, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. Or choose from one of our many menu items, such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, the Chuck Wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In, 111 Boone Road, near the roundabout. Inbound for Eastern Guilford. Up the floor for the Cougars. Stripminer bounce pass inside to Pirtle. It'll go out of bounds.
They a little smirk at the end there. They seen it. They had it. Just a very tight window to throw it in.
Calvin handles the basketball for Eastern Guilford, right to left. Urban goes inside. It's knocked out of bounds on the entry pass by Pirtle. Inbound on the baseline for Eastern Guilford. Inbound goes to Herbin in the corner on the left side to the wing. Calvin works it back to the top. She sets up the offense for Eastern Guilford. Far side for German. German now near side to Calvin. Back to German. German and Calvin. Now far side. We're going to have a 3-second violation, I believe. 9-4 lead for the Lady Cougars with the basketball. 2:12 to play here in the first quarter. Stripminer met by Calvin. 3/4 court, past the timeline. Now Pirtle gets it off the hands. Rep far side. Oh, batted away.
Ooh,
Can't get the layup. We have a jump ball.
Oh, yep. That'll go back to Rockingham.
Inbound for Reb in the hands of Stripminer. 1:50 to play here in the first. 9-4 lead. Pruitt up the floor. Reb, three from the wing.
There it is. She is on tonight.
6 points for Reb. 1:38 to play here in the first. Looking to answer the opposite way is German and Eastern Guilford. German, the bounce pass inside, stolen. Hardy with the steal for the Cougars. Up the floor to Stripminer. Near sideline, now ripped away by Calvin. They'll say it's an out-of-bounds pass, the official does.
You know, one thing Eastern Guilford keeps trying to do, they're trying to go backdoor cut, but Rockingham's keeping the lane clogged to where they can't make that extra pass.
Right inside, Hardy gets it just off the block, tries to pass it to the perimeter, stolen by Herbin. Herbin up the floor on the far sideline. Right in the corner, bounce pass to the bucket for Calvin. It's on the ground, picked up by Pruitt. Another turnover and another forced turnover by the Cougars, but they're going to lose it. Now Calvin looks to the basket for the floater. It won't go anywhere near the basket, but she'll head to the line for two. Madison Calvin at the line. 8-point lead for the Lady Cougars. 1:05 to play here in the first. First one is good. Well, you know, partner, I got to go get you some Skittles and Pepsi, right?
I know you
at
did,
the concession
man.
stand.
I appreciate it, partner.
I ran into Lily's mom, and her dad is out on the road heading to Pennsylvania, getting to listen in to RoCo Radio.
Hey, so if you're listening
in,
you're listening in, buddy, we got you covered, man. We always do.
Reb tries to get the basketball. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. A little bit more intense defensively from both sides.
They picked it up both sides of the basketball. Started off really slow, and now the intensity's back up. I mean, at a very high level right now.
Inbound here for Eastern Guilford. Bounce pass from German to the far side. Calvin holds it on the wing. Looks right inside with a strike of a pass. It won't fall on the layup attempt by Herbin. Rebound for the Cougars. That rebound by Pirtle. Stripminer trapped on the far side. Gets through it. Now pass. Beautiful pass to the top of the key.
Why not?
I believe that was off the hands of Hardy.
There we go.
Woo. 5 points for Pirtle. Calvin looks to answer on the opposite side. We'll have a foul. Score update from Moorhead and McMichael at McMichael High School. The Lady Panthers up 12-11 at the half. Into Calvin, 30 seconds to play here in the first. Eastern Guilford with the ball right to left. 2-3 zone defense for the Cougars. Far side for German. Now top of the key for Herbert. Works it to the near side wing. Calvin looks for the entry. Can't find it because it's in the hands of Lily Strittmeyer. It's 2-on-1. She draws the foul to the free throw line. Lily Strittmeyer.
Wow. She is absolutely amazing to watch, man. I'm telling you.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but there's a good saying that we love to say, Pat McAfee Show fans, that's a dog.
Yeah, it is a dog. Yep, absolutely. Her brother is too.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Her brother is too.
First one from the free throw line is good. Strittmeyer with 5 of Rockingham County's 16. Hargrove back in the game for the Cougars as Purtle will check out. Boone in the game as well for the Cougars. Second one is off the front iron. Rebound Hardy, though. Tries to pass it to Strittmeyer just off the free throw line. A battle on the ground for the basketball. No possession arrow called.
Timeout.
And a timeout. With 5.7 to play here in the first. 16-6 lead for the Lady Cougars. Tonight's game brought to you by Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed in late 2023, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey when greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. Inbound coming for Ava Grace Pruitt and the Cougars. Right at the top, wide open look for Strittmeyer. In and out, rebound Hardy inside, battling against 2, draws the foul to the line for Hardy.
So, partner, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm working on my schoolwork. And
oh, boy.
went over, started looking at the schedules for Max Preps, you know, just kind of looking at the games we got ahead, and season's almost over, man.
I know, man. It's gone fast.
It's gone so fast. Makes me sad. But, you know, we still got baseball coming up, too. Going to be covering that. RoCo Radio's on the up and up, man. That's what we do.
Hargrove checks in. Hardy misses the first, gets the second. That's right. Inbound for Eastern Guilford. No shot as the first ends. A 16-6 lead for the Lady Cougars, looking to move to 17-2 on the season and 7-2 in the Mid-State 3A Conference. Number 20 overall in the 3A West RPI with just 2 losses. I know I get the computer stuff. It's cute and fancy. And I'm figuring OWP and OOWP. They've got 2 losses, David.
That's it. That's all they've got. We've never understood this whole whatever this system is. I mean, you know, it is what it is, I reckon. It's what keeps
the
it
thing for me is
organized.
Let's just say, let's call a spade here.
Okay.
Reidsville's record and Moorhead's record should not impact the value of Rockingham County.
No, absolutely not.
When it comes to playoff seeding.
No.
First of all, they're completely different divisions. It's the 2A West and the 3A West. So it shouldn't have any impact there. But it does. And I think that really impacts when you have 4 games against those 2 teams alone.
Well, we've discussed it. I think all 4 of us at RoCo Radio agree. You know, we're not a big fan of it, but, you know, I guess if it's what it keeps it organized and keeps it going, you know, we got to go with it, I reckon.
Yep. Inbound for Eastern Guilford as we start this second quarter. Cates is in for Eastern Guilford. Calvin handles the basketball just at the logo, right to left for the Wildcats. Pass it near side for Cates. Now in the corner. A drive for Calvin on the baseline. 2 hands. Can't get it to fall. Pirtle battles for the rebound. Pulls it away. It's going to be a foul on Eastern Guilford. Those are the plays we talk about.
I'm telling you,
she goes up against two, she brings it down, and then forces a foul.
They're so scrappy, man. They're just so fundamentally sound. They know what they need to do. They do every one of them. It's not just one of them. It's all of them. They do the dirty work and, grab rebounds and get down on the floor.
Near side corner for Boone. Far and near side wing for Pruitt. Pass it all the way to the corner far side for Strittmeyer. Tight coverage. Bounce to Pruitt. Now back to the wing far side. Back to the basket from Pirtle. Turn and face. Draws a foul to the line on the jumper. Nice dish by Strittmeyer inside the paint. Turnaround jumper doesn't fall, but to the line, Reese Pirtle, who has 5 of Rockingham County's 17. Look who's the official today.
Who we got? Oh, yeah, I remember him.
First one is good.
He's the one that wanted to be mic'd up.
Yeah, you wanted to be mic'd up. We didn't bring a mic, though.
We didn't. We should have.
Second one falls short, but a rebound Hargrove. Goes up for a shot. It's going to go out of bounds. On the block attempt, it'll stay with Rockingham County.
I'm going to tell you, though, that's one official right there. I would say, you know what? You get it right every time. He's a big dude. I'm talking muscular.
Inbound right to Pirtle. Shot is a bit long. It'll go out of bounds on the rebound attempt. So now Eastern Guilford ball. That was a smooth move by the fan. Did you see that?
Yes, it was.
The ball went out of bounds. It rolled all the way to the doors here at the gym. Somebody opened the door, picked up the ball before they even stepped in the gym. Up the floor. Bounce pass for Eastern Guilford. Won't fall. Rebound inside is a battle between two.
I think that'll be on 32.
That'll be on Hargrove.
Hargrove,
Battle between Clark and Hargrove, and Clark heads to the line, the freshman. This Eastern Guilford team started off slow, 8-11 overall, but they've won 4 of the last 6. 6-3 in the conference. Freshman, sophomore as their starters.
I've been really impressed with them. I mean, they play really good defense. They just haven't had the shots fall tonight. That's credit to Rockingham. They really clogged the paint up, and what Eastern Guilford's trying to do, they're trying to get some backdoor cuts, some underneath stuff, and it just hasn't dropped. It just hasn't failed.
First one for Clark was good. Here comes the second. High arcing rainbow. Missed off the front iron. Rebound Strittmeyer. One-handed bounce pass to Pruitt. Her pass to the middle of the floor. Stolen. Now stolen again at the middle of the court by Pirtle. Picked up by Strittmeyer. One-handed bounce pass to the wing. Here's a 3 off the front iron. Rebound to Pirtle on the ground. She'll try and pass it to Pruitt. It's loose. Herbin holds on to it for Eastern Guilford. Look inside. The shot is short by Clark. Rebound to Pirtle. Up the floor, Strittmeyer behind the back, near side, now to the middle of the court. Top of the key, stops, passes to the near side wing. Pirtle now in the corner. Pruitt 3.
Oh,
got it.
yes.
First points of the night for Ava Grace Pruitt. 21-7 lead for the Lady Cougars.
Here goes Rockingham looking for the trap.
Near sideline, Pirtle knocks it out of bounds. Off the hands of Cates. Official's got a beautiful smile, though,
Oh, yeah,
for as big
man.
as he is.
Yeah,
He's not
Oh,
he's intimidating, but nice intimidating.
Oh, he's got that deep voice like, yeah, you mess with me. I got you.
Calvin handles the basketball. Top of the key. Near side wing for Herbin. Now Calvin. In that 2-3 zone is Rockingham County. Bounce pass in the corner. McCall covered by Hargrove on the far side. Has to get it back out. At the top of the key for Cates. Near side wing, wing to wing. Now in the corner, McCall is blocked by Hargrove. It was sent all the way to the rock side behind the baseline, the padding. So inbound for Eastern Guilford. Long inbound. It's going right in the hands of Pruitt. Right up the floor the other way with the one-hander. 23-7. Far side for Calvin. One-handed pass, middle of the floor. Picked up by Hargrove. Stops. Pops. Draws a foul. Travel.
Yeah. She hit him with the two-step and...
She got the okie, but not the dokie.
Yeah. And that's a no-no in basketball.
5:23 to play here in the second. Ooh, that was over and back.
That's what I thought.
Cates hands it off, far side for Calvin. Strittmeyer just puts her hands in there, forces the jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Cougars. 5:15 to play here in the second. 23-7. Rockingham County. Inbound comes from Boone to the hands of Strittmeyer. Past the timeline, left to right. Far side wing for Pruitt. Back to the wing, right inside to Boone from Strittmeyer. Off the glass with one hand. And a timeout. With 5 minutes to play here in the second. 25-7, Rockingham County. So the importance of this game, when you look at the standings, Eastern Guilford at 6-3 in the conference, Rockingham County at 6-2. So Ben L. Smith and Dudley both at the top of the conference at 8-1. They meet today. Now, Ben L. Smith's loss is to Rockingham County, and that came just recently, 57-47.
Mm-hmm.
Dudley's loss is to Smith, 77-55. They are at Rockingham County coming up next week, so that will be a big game.
Got some big games and could really.
Dudley will be here on Friday.
So the playoffs for basketball.
Yeah.
How is this working out? I mean, it's the first three, the first four.
So it's it's very similar to football.
Yeah.
So if, say, there's a regular season champion.
Okay.
And there's a conference champion and they're different champions.
Yep.
Then those two go.
Okay.
If the conference champion is also the regular season champion, then the top two go.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Makes sense.
25-7 lead here for Rockingham County. Here comes the press. Pruitt and Boone. Now on the far side, Hargrove in on the defense. Top of the key, batted away by Boone. It goes inside to the ground for Eastern Guilford. The pass attempt to Herbin in the corner goes out of bounds, and it is Rockingham County ball. It's just a menacing defense.
It is. It is absolutely fantastic.
Strittmeyer facing that full court press on the inbound from Boone. Gets it from Pruitt. Now back to Pruitt, near side wing. Look in the corner for Boone on the left side. It's batted away on the shot attempt. Into the hands of Herbin, right to left. Herbin looks to Calvin on the far side, just off the logo for Eastern Guilford. Now inside, the entry at the elbow. And a drive on the baseline will be shut down by the Rockingham County Cougar defense. Near side wing to Cates. Cates hands it off to Herbin. Herbin back to the top of the key, and a foul by Boone on Clark. She went to drive the lane.
I tell you, man, first couple of possessions, it was kind of a little sloppy, but, man, Coach Wall got him straight, and his defense is rolling.
25-7 lead for the Cougars. Eastern Guilford ball right to left. Inbounds comes near side. Calvin to the wing. Herbin. Now baseline for Clark. Your hands in there for Reb. Shutting down any type of pass. Now back to the top of the key. No look pass from Cates to Calvin.
Good shot.
Far side three.
Here they go.
Calvin's got 5. Up the floor. Grace Pruitt. Bounce pass. Ava Grace Pruitt to Hargrove for 2. Hargrove on the left side off the glass. 27-10. Bounce pass. Cates. Near side to Clark. Clark covered by Pirtle. Far side, one-handed pass by Calvin to Herbin and a travel. Hargrove, man, she plays that baseline with strong defense.
She does. I mean, it's just, wow. I mean, this is fantastic to watch. I mean, they do not let them get inside the paint. If they do, it's just, you're lucky.
You're paying for it if you do.
Yeah.
Cougars on offense, moving left to right. Strittmeyer, top of the wing, or near side wing. In the corner for Pruitt. Pirtle's covered by 4. It's batted away. Hargrove almost got a hand on it. Breakaway for Herbin. Up the floor, misses the layup. Rebound Reb. Now we go the other way, left to right. Strittmeyer behind the back. Gets past the timeline to the free throw line. Passes the far side wing. Pruitt 3, in and out. Pirtle gets the rebound on the baseline, saves it, but it goes in the hands of Herbin of Eastern Guilford. Settle it down. Calvin takes the basketball right to left. In the corner, out of bounds on the pass attempt. So Cougars basketball yet again. Reb to inbound from the near side corner on the baseline. Laney Reb, the bounce pass in to Lily Strittmeyer. She walks past the timeline with the high dribble, picked up by Calvin. Look for the nice little screen here from Rockingham County. Rolling down the baseline is Pruitt. She sits on the wing. Top of the key for Hardy with the basketball. Now Pruitt works her way top of the key. Give and go. Inside for Hardy, who's travels. Had that look at the basket in the paint, but a travel called. Eastern Guilford ball with 2:26 to play here in the second. Pass goes to Kelvin, who will walk to midcourt. Passes it in the corner. Batted out of bounds. She saw the pressure of the two guards. She wasn't going to go through it, so she decided to pass it far side with nobody really there. Inbound for Eastern Guilford. Calvin holds the basketball at the RC logo with 2:09 to play here in the second. Looks right inside, wide open look to McCall. What a beautiful pass. Top of the key, right to the baseline, right to the basket. 27-12. Cougars are going to run their offense here. No speed to get to half court. Pruitt to the near side wing. Right side wing, three!
Look at that. With a dagger.
8 points for Strittmeyer. 29-12. Calvin one-handed pass again, looking for McCall. McCall hits the backboard instead. It goes out of bounds.
I was getting ready to say, that's a touchdown pass
if
right
that
there.
reflected, you had my back, right?
Yeah, I had you.
Okay, good.
I had you. No, I was got
sure. Just making sure. That would have been a long deflection, but hey. Strittmeyer past the timeline, left to right. Looks in the far side corner, instead goes top of the key. Now Pruitt to Reb in the far side corner from the top of the key. Reb drives the baseline, bounces it back out to the corner. Strittmeyer, one-handed pass to Pruitt, looks inside to Hardy, it goes out of bounds. Eastern Guilford ball. McCall will inbound for the Wildcats. 1:10 to play here in the first half. Jogging past the timeline is Kelvin. Near side corner, looks to McCall, goes out of bounds off the hands of Reb on the pass. Looking towards the baseline here on the near side corner. We'll stay with Eastern Guilford. 29-12 lead for the Lady Cougars. They're in their first game at home since January 8th against Reidsville. Looking for the inbound as McCall has to sail it way to the far side, just in front of the timeline, in front of the Rockingham County bench, and we'll have a double dribble.
Double dribble.
Hargrove to check in for the Cougars. Oh, nope, she'll sit back down. Lily will inbound for Rockingham County from the far side corner. Inbounds to Pruitt. Touches it with two hands and a quick touch pass to Strittmeyer. Now back near side to Reb, past the timeline. 48 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Strittmeyer with a high dribble, covered by Calvin. Near side wing, top of the key pass to Pruitt for three.
Man.
That's that touch, partner.
Ava Grace.
32-12.
Oh, there it is.
And that pass by Calvin from midcourt. That pressure getting to Eastern Guilford.
And that's what it's been. You know, each and every time, you know, they're not letting Eastern Guilford get their offense set up. Once they get to half court, they start trapping them, and it's hard to facilitate the basketball because they're so under duress.
Inbound from Pruitt to Strittmeyer, who dribbles the basketball past the timeline, left to right. 21 seconds remaining here in the first half. Strittmeyer hits it from the hands of Reb. Now in the corner, Reb, the bounce pass to Hardy, turns and faces the basket. Can't get it to fall. Hargrove gets the rebound. Good hustle play by Clark to force the jump ball, reaching her hands in there after the rebound. So it'll be Eastern Guilford ball. Nobody to inbound for him, though. Here we go. So Cates will inbound to Crisp. Crisp gets it on the far side. Now Cates past the timeline, 8 seconds to play here in the first half. Hands it off to Clark. Now on the far side baseline drive is stolen by Reb, gets in the hands of Pruitt. Quick flip at the end of the second, will not have enough on it. 32-12 at the half. The Lady Cougars lead it. Their scoring update. Let's see if I did this right. 8 and 16. Get my fingers.
8 plus 16 equals.
So Lily Stripminer with 8. 8 for Ava Grace Pruitt, or 7. I'm not quite sure yet. 6 for Lainey Rebb. 6 for Reese Pirtle. 2 for Renaya Hargrove. 1 for Macy Hardy. And 2 for Briley Boone. Let's see. Let's do the math on that partner live and on the air. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So, yes, 7 for Ava Grace Pruitt.
Okay, all right.
We fixed the math on the fly.
You did good, man. I
I'm
thought it was
proud of
going to
you.
be. I thought I was going to be 1.
I'm wearing boots
5,
today, so I couldn't take the socks off.
10.
1, 5, 10,
There you
15. For Eastern Guilford, 1 point for Clark, 2 for McCall, 2 for Crisp, 2 for Herbin, and 5 for Madison Kelvin. At the half, a 32-12 lead for the Lady Cougars. We'll be back in just a bit.
It's cold out there. It's not bad price. I've never been there at all. Is it packed? This race is going to work out because it's pretty damn tight. I know the one that they did at the Coliseum or whatever. I don't think it's that tight because they created their own track. I still don't know who I started watching racing the game for the first time last year. After I was a kid, when I was a kid, I loved it. So I root for Terry Labonte was my favorite racer, so I just root for Kyle Larson because he drives the same truck. Colin. Well, I watch a lot of the races and it's not, there's no situations hardly anymore where they're bunched up. Yeah. Right. You ever been to Martinsville? That's it. I went a couple years ago. It's pretty good. Yeah. Is it really? That's another team that's involved with, right?
With 8 minutes on the clock here in the third quarter, 32-12 lead for the Lady Cougars against Eastern Guilford. Inbound for Pruitt to Strittenmeyer.
A
whistle before the play even starts.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Oh, boy.
He got to go to the bathroom. He'll be right back.
He's
got to go.
He just walked back to the locker room.
He's going to the restroom real quick. Hey, whoa.
Well, I missed the 8-minute window.
Yeah.
Hey, I need to do that too. Should we just pause RoCo Radio?
It happens. It happens sometimes. You know, you get so involved and get ready to rock and roll. And I'm not saying he's really got to go to the bathroom. We really don't.
It always seems to happen here too. Remember the last time we heard
it happened
officials forgot his whistle?
He forgot his whistle. Maybe he.
Oh, there it is. Oh, it was the whistle again.
It was the. Wow.
Oh, now we're good. Maybe it's the curse of the whistle.
I wish we could have had him mic'd up for that. We probably would have heard a little cursing.
Inbound for the Lady Cougars. Strittenmeyer here near side. Looks inside to Pirtle, who jumps up for the ball. She'll get a shoulder. And a foul will be called. So an inbound behind the basket for Rockingham County. To the right side of the basket on the baseline. Inbound goes right inside to Pirtle. Two hands. Can't get it. Hargrove the rebound. Back out to the perimeter. Offensive rebound. Strittenmeyer drives. Corner shot just won't fall. Rebound goes to Clark. Eastern Guilford up the floor, left to right here in the second half. Urban back to Clark. Wing three off the heel. Rebound all the way on the opposite side. Can't quite corral it. Is Strittenmeyer. It goes off her hand. Out of bounds. A corner inbound for Eastern Guilford. Here comes the inbound from McCall. Goes all the way to the top. It hits off of Lily Stripmiter and goes to Herbin. Far side wing now into Clark in the corner. All in the air on the volley. Rockingham County tries to bring it down. Rolls loose on the far sideline. And finally a whistle.
So, you know, they switch it up. They play man-to-man. They go a little 2-3 zone, traps. It's beautiful to watch, man. It really is.
Top of the key, looking the far side. It's in the hands of Herbin. Now near side for German. Back to Herbin for three. Rebound inside by Hargrove. Skies for it, brings it down on the baseline. Now passes to Pirtle. Full court pressure still from Eastern Guilford. Up the floor on the far sideline. Stripmiter on the handoff. Near side wing, wide open three for Pruitt. Off the front iron. Rebound goes to Eastern Guilford. Clark grabs the rebound. Up the floor left to right. Stops, looks inside.
Oh, good block.
And swatted by Pirtle. Up the floor for Pruitt. She stops, looks to Hargrove. Who will
And
travel. On the handoff to the paint.
yeah, well, there you go.
The whistle works.
You had Lily Stripmiter. She was kind of filling her in. Hey, you know, you can't two-step.
Urban with the basketball for Eastern Guilford. Covered by Stripmiter. Now picked up by Reb on the far side. Into the corner for Eastern Guilford. Now near side for German to the basket. It's long on the layup. Rebound Herbin. Back up to the top of the key. In the corner for McCall, covered by Hargrove. Lose the basketball, picked up by the Cougars. Stripmiter with the steal. Up the floor to Ava Grace Pruitt. Looks to the far side for Reb on the baseline. Picks it up. Pass inside for two for Reese Pirtle. Pirtle has 8. 34-12. Near side, trap of Clark. Will have a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of Eastern Guilford. 34-12 lead for the Lady Cougars here in the third. 5:55 to play. Eastern Guilford with the ball. Far side wing off the screen. Herbin now in the corner to Clark. Looks inside, and we're going to have a foul on the shot attempt by Crisp. Oh, no. Yeah, it will be no continuous, no shot. So an inbound on the baseline for McCall. Inbound top of the key for Crisp. Crossover. Hands it off to Herbin. Now looking inside is McCall. It's almost stolen away. Somehow Herbin picks it up. Looks inside. Crisp. Bounce pass to Clark. This time,
I'm not sure if she didn't travel. She didn't. Okay.
we'll have a foul, so Clark to the line. First free throw is in and out for Clark. Score update from McMichael High School. It's McMichael 29 and Moorhead 29 in the fourth.
That's that rivalry basketball, partner. Every time Rockingham County schools meet, it's always going to be a dog fight.
Clark makes a second free throw, 34-13. Lady Cougars. Pruitt, cross court, far side for Red. Red hands it back off to Stripmiter. Pass it in the lane for Hargrove. It's ripped away by McCall. Now here to Herbin near side. Pass the timeline left to right. Near side wing, top of the key, bounce pass. Inside for Crisp is stolen by Pruitt. Now from the baseline, looks top, and it's knocked away. A battle for it. Knocked away by German from Streetmiter. It got loose near the free throw line. The Rockingham County basketball as they'll inbound on the far side. Already to inbound. That Reb to inbound. Bounce pass to Reb. Near side, Stripmiter looks near side wing, inside. Back to the top of the key for Stripmiter off the front rim. Here comes German for Eastern Guilford. Stops and settles in the far side wing as the offense sets up for the Wildcats. Down 34-13, 4:46 to play in the third. Clark in the corner on the left side, back to the top of the key. Urban's pass is deflected and stolen by Pruitt, covered by two. Bounce pass gets away from the coverage, and Pruitt will draw a foul after making the turnover happen. So it's sets things up for the inbound. Pruitt will inbound to Strittmeyer. Pruitt past the timeline on the bounce pass to Strittmeyer. Hardy bounce pass inside the baseline to Pirtle.
Oh, good
for two.
shot.
10 points for Pirtle, 36-13. Here comes that full court pressure, or the half court pressure. Stolen again by Pruitt. Up the floor to Strittmeyer. Easy layup.
I tell you what, partner, just when I think Strittmeyer's just absolutely wore out, no, she's just fooling me. She just takes it to a whole nother level and scores an easy basket.
38-13, almost had back-to-back-to-back turnovers. Forced by the Rockingham County defense. That one goes out of bounds on the pass. Off the fingertips to the Lady Cougars, inbound for Eastern Guilford. Calvin will inbound. Top of the key for German. Settle into that 2-3 zone for the Cougars D. German stands at the logo. Now far side wing for Calvin. High airmail three. Rebound inside by McCall. Brought back by Hardy. And now we'll have a jump ball. Here comes Boone. She'll sub in for Red. Inbound after the foul for McCall behind the basket. To the right side. Right into the paint. Off the hands of Crisp. Stolen up the floor. Pruitt with the easy layup.
Ava Grace, she is having a ball game tonight.
9 points, 40-13. Here's the drive by Clark into Crisp. Pruitt with the defense. Here comes the help from Pirtle. Nice block on McCall. Makes the shot short. Gets it back out to Crisp. Ball is loose at the top of the key. Picked up by German. German drives in the lane. Looks for a teammate. We're going to have a foul. Didn't see exactly what.
I didn't either.
The ball will stay with Eastern Guilford.
It's been great officiating tonight. You know, they've let them play. It's been a tough battle, you know.
Lila Johnson in the game for the Lady Cougars. Near side, it's Clark. Covered by Johnson. Far side for Pruitt. Bounce pass near side. German looks far side. Inside Kelvin. Now back out to Clark for two. In and out. Rebound Hardy. And a quick dish by Pruitt. Far side to Strittmeyer. Pass the timeline. Right to left. Back to Pruitt. Now near side elbow for Hardy. Goes to the far side elbow. Passes it to Pruitt. Strittmeyer back to Pruitt in the corner for three. Goodness gracious. That ball's on fire.
As soon as Lily Strittmeyer passed it, she knew it was going in.
12 points for Pruitt. 43-13. Here comes a tight defense. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
I thought it was 5.
Hand it off. Near side for German. We'll have a timeout from head coach Shemaiah Harvey of Eastern Guilford with 2:17 to play in the third. A 43-13 lead for your Lady Cougars here on RoCo Radio and RoCoRadio.com. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our friends at Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community here in Rockingham County and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for fresh ice in local Pure Brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your Niece's Sausage headquarters. Who starts a Saturday without sausage? Just saying. Great value for Rockingham County on that Niece's Sausage. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, find us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Not only can you get the Nieces, you got local eggs as well.
Yep. So, you know, let me tell you this. So, you know, my job is as a color commentator. I'm always looking at things. This man comes in here with some cookout trays.
Look at that.
Passes it off to old Coach Robertson over there, old Coach Doug Robertson. Where's our cookout trays? I like a big double burger tray with corn dog and quesadilla. What are we doing here?
To German to Calvin.
And now you got Coach
Off the far side rim, rebound for Rockingham County. Stolen away, though, by Eastern Guilford. Here on the Rockingham County side of the floor, Ava Grace Pruitt almost got that steal.
I think if I was to go over there and grab a bite of whatever Doug Robertson's got, he'd probably tackle me right here at midcourt.
But Doug Robertson's a good man. He's got to have cheese curds over there, right?
He might would let me have a bite, maybe.
Yeah, he'd let you have
I think he would. I think he would.
German far side for Calvin. Bounce pass. Back to German, top of the key. 43-13 lead for Rockingham County here in the third. 1:38 to play in the frame. Driving is German with the left hand. Passes it here in the corner. Almost batted away. Picked up tight defense by Rockingham County. They don't stop the defensive pressure. Layup is long. Rebound to Hardy. Just off her hands. It was in the hands of Chris. Must have touched Hardy because it'll stay with Eastern Guilford. William Rakestraw in now for Rockingham County. Brannick is in there as well for the Lady Cougars. Far side. Rakestraw now top of the key, covering. We'll have a foul on the baseline. One away to play here in the third as Calvin inbounds for Eastern Guilford. Far side of the hoop on the baseline. Goes to the far side for German. Now here's a three off the side rim. Rebound to Hardy. Hardy of Rockingham County brings it up. Now pass it to the far side for Stripmiter. Covered by Calvin. Pass the timeline right to left. In the corner, Johnson with a beautiful bounce pass. Hardy turning his face. Beautiful.
Great pass, even better shot. Man.
What a pass. 45-13. The pass had a little bit of mustard.
Yes, it did.
Far side, wing to wing, Calvin.
Just like Doug Robertson's cheeseburger over there.
Wing German now passes in the corner. Bounce pass inside. Ball is loose. Picked up by Brannick. Cougars basketball. They'll walk it up the floor. 20 seconds to play here in the third. Right to left past the timeline. Stripmiter. Now in the corner for three. It's Rakestraw. Falls short. Ball's loose on the ground. Picked up by Calvin on the far sideline. Past the timeline to the free throw line. Inside the paint with the floater. And a foul. So Madison Calvin, who has 5, will head to the free throw line. 5 of 13 for Eastern Guilford. We talked about it in the pregame show, but 14 of Rockingham County's 16 wins have gone by 10 points plus. One of those is a forfeit that doesn't count. So
really?
So when you look at it, 14 of the 15 games they've played, they have held opponents, they've beat them by 10 or more. Up the floor, inside, Brannick for 2 at the horn. So Calvin gets the free throw, and we head to the fourth, a 45-15 lead for Rockingham County as we head to the final frame. They've outscored opponents 955 to 533 coming into this one. Wow. If you average that out, that's an average game score of 53 to 30.
Good day. That is pure domination. Pure domination.
They're showing that tonight as well. 30-point lead, 45 to 15 as we enter the third. I want to thank all of our sponsors tonight, Sandy Cross General Merchandise, as well as Circle Drive-In in Eden, Ancora Compassionate Care, and our friends at Rockingham Update.
So, you know, we got the Super Bowl tomorrow. I was talking to you about that earlier. Duke, Carolina. Oh, man, I'm dreading it. I really am dreading it.
Well,
I am dreading it.
You're already counting yourself out?
Yeah, okay. Have you watched this play? It has not been pretty. I mean, we just don't have a big man. Cooper Flagg, I got to give it to him. He's the real deal. He's the real deal. Now, you know how Duke is. They'll make these runs, and then once they hit tournament time, they always fall out, so that'll be okay.
Lehigh. Pass it near side. Ava Grace Pruitt to Brannick off the elbow. Now back in the corner near side. Out of the timeout. Rakestraw. Bounce pass inside to Pirtle. Looks to turn out of the post. Pass it back out to Rakestraw.
Good shot.
Got the shot.
with a big smile at the end. I like that.
Well, the count is 3. They will. Near side for Cates.
Look at that, man. Look at the defense. They just flow together. Watch them.
Oh, what a beautiful tip up in the air by Pruitt. Almost brought home by Johnson. She gets the steal anyway inside the paint. Violet Johnson, one-handed pass up near side. Brandon hands it to Rakestraw in the paint for 2. Just off the heel, gets her own rebound. The shot is up. No foul call. Rebound by Pirtle. And now we'll have a foul call. Well, we'll have a jump ball.
When they get in that zone, man, they just flow together to the left, flow together to the right. And as one, it's amazing.
I've had a question that's been burning since we talked about Coach Robertson with the cookout.
I'm listening.
What kind of shake guy do you think he is?
You know, I was just thinking that. We're always on the same brainwave. I was getting ready to say, man,
I think he's a vanilla guy. I just got a feeling he's a vanilla guy.
I got to go chocolate, man.
Cates around the perimeter, in and out on the shot attempt. Rebound for Brannick inside. Battled against 2 and grabbed it. Now hands it off to Pruitt. Up the floor. Nice pass. Ooh. Rakestraw had it, lost it, picked up by Brannick. Now in the corner, Johnson thought about the 3 on the far side. Bounce pass to Pruitt. Looks right to the baseline here on the left side. Rakestraw had a look at the basket, ripped away. But back in the hands of Rockingham County. Now a steal inside the paint on the baseline. Just behind the hoop. Eastern Guilford up the floor, left to right. German looks inside. Brannick grabs the basketball as it comes loose. Rakestraw covered by 3. Will have a jump ball possession here in favor of the Cougars.
I think he's kind of I want to say he's a chocolate guy, though.
I could see that.
I think he's one of those ones that kind of.
If you know in the comments, let us know.
I think it's one of them. Oh, no. He's tearing it down. I don't know what he's eating over there, but he is tearing it up.
I bet you he hasn't ate all day, though.
He probably. He's a busy man.
These teachers, man, you got to give them credit.
Oh, trust me.
Inbound goes to Rakestraw from Abrahamson, who just checked in the ball game, and it'll go out of bounds on the pass back here on the near side. So Eastern Guilford to inbound. Top of the key for Herbin. Herbin looking for a teammate, finds one near side wing. Wide open 3 is long. Rebound to Pirtle. Passes it far side to Boone. Boone covered by 2. Up the sideline, past the timeline, right to left. Now picked up tightly by Calvin. Gets past it on the far side. What's the call?
It's probably stepped on the out of bounds.
Okay.
No. Nope. I'm wrong. I'm right. All right, here we go. We got it.
So Herbin to inbound for Eastern Guilford. Gets it into Cates. Cates in the corner for 3 on the left side. A rebound here near side by Eastern Guilford. Offensive rebound looking inside. Ball squirts onto the paint. Now a baseline pass. Forcing the jump ball is Brannick. So here's the problem, David. I don't have a number 1. I don't have a number 2 for Eastern Guilford.
I got you covered. That's what I'm here for, right?
Near side for Boone on the drive. Stops on the wing. Covered tightly by Calvin and a foul.
So you got number 1, Avery Brown.
Okay.
Number 2, King.
All right. Brown and King.
I got you covered.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Max Preps has been doing a little bit better. They've been doing pretty good. You know, when we do what we do, man, we really have to grind, like we've said, you know, all year long to find different things and names and numbers and starting lineups. And
goes out of bounds.
We're not like ESPN, you know, they got all this high-tech stuff.
Fancy stats.
Yeah, stats machine to just keep up with everything every time somebody takes a shot.
I got to take shoes off to be able to do stats.
Please keep our shoes on, though.
48-15 lead for the Lady Cougars. Calvin for 3. Off the back iron. Strong rebound again from Brannick. Inside, it's ripped away by Herbin. The one-hander is good. Cougars basketball after the make. Trapped by Calvin is Rakestraw. Boone's going to grab the loose ball. And we'll have a timeout from Coach Wall. Good timeout with that over the back. You going to try and talk to the official here?
Oh, no, I was going to say, we go from talking about the GOAT, Coach Teague, and what he likes on his hot dog. Now we go from that to what kind of milkshake Doug Robertson likes. I like it, man. I like it.
Because when you go to Cookout, you got to get a milkshake, correct?
I mean, he's absolutely. I mean, he might be lactose intolerant. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't have the official on that.
Mean, but whatever he's got over there, in between timeouts, he's throwing it down. He's good. Putting that Cookout tray to shame. Oh, we like Coach Robertson, man. He's a great dude. Very kind. I mean, appreciates what we do, and, we appreciate him, man.
Man.
Anytime we get a great coach like that and works with us, I mean, we love it.
Inbound Rakestraw, far side, Abrahamson and Boone will chase for it. It'll go out of bounds. How about the coaching staff at Rockingham County?
Mm-hmm. Oh,
it's Coach Wall, Coach Anglero, Coach Robertson.
They love us and we love them, man. It's just a great nucleus, a great coaching staff, a great group of men that are leading these young ladies and gentlemen into the the life after high school. Calvin
back outside to Cates. 4:33 to play in this one. 48-17 lead for the Lady Cougars. Urban 3 finds a way. She's got 7. Up the floor on the steal for King. She'll draw the foul to the line. Speaking of coaches, speaking of GOATs, you see who was at Reidsville High School the other day?
Oh, what was he at Reidsville? He wasn't.
Yes, he was at Reidsville High School.
He was at Reidsville High School.
Yes, sir.
No way. I thought that was Winston-Salem he was at. Somewhere in Winston.
Nah. Coach came and saw Deontay Neal. Coach Belichick.
So Coach Belichick was in Reidsville.
Yes. I'm guessing. There was yellow and blue in the picture.
I thought it was somewhere.
There's a bunch of championships.
No one would know.
Yes, it was. See?
Okay, so he was. Okay. I thought it was somewhere else. I didn't think it was Reidsville. Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
You got to be kidding me. Okay. So, there is that chance.
There is a chance. Pass stolen in the inbound almost by Pruitt. And that she gets it this time in the passing lane. Up the near side.
Whoa.
With the official. The official got in her way here in the near side corner. She still passes off. Pearl now outside to Reb for 3. Off the front iron. Rebound on the save by Hargrove in the corner. It goes to the hands of Herbin, though, of Eastern Guilford. She'll stop. Pop for 3. Off the front. Rebound inside and a foul.
So,
for Brown.
We were texting back and forth, and let me clarify, what I was talking about earlier.
Oh, boy.
What we said was absolutely true. There needs to be more D1 coaches coming to Rockingham County.
Heck, D2.
D2, D3, it doesn't matter. They need to visit Rockingham County.
My voice just got a little bit higher.
But, I'm not going to say – what I'm going to say is have – and it's not just because he's at Carolina. Let me clarify this. It's not because he's Carolina and I'm a Carolina fan. It's because it doesn't matter your height, your weight, any of that stuff. When it comes to Bill Belichick, if you know how to play football and you're good at it, he wants you. If your technique is great, everything is, size doesn't matter to him. And you see that.
Another steal for the Cougars.
So,
that time it was Smith. For a foul. Yeah, and he's recruiting North Carolina, which.
Yeah. And
no offense, David, but.
No, I'm listening.
The old man before him sometime missed that boat.
Badly. He had a hole in that boat. It just sunk. Yeah, I will agree.
Inbound for Rakestraw. 48-21 lead for the Lady Cougars here in the fourth. Brannick gets it poked away but recovers. Now past the timeline on the far side. Picked up on the loose ball by Abrahamson. Looks inside. An open look for Smith. Too much on it. Off the glass. Rebound to Eastern Guilford. The opposite way. Bounce pass inside is good.
So, you know,
Cates.
as Eastern Guilford traps right here, and they get the ball back.
They got the steal. Now Calvin to the basket for two.
So, you know, I was supposed to be calling the game tomorrow, but, you know, like to wish a big happy birthday to Kanan. We get to celebrate his birthday tomorrow, and took the day off to be a part of that.
What's the plan?
So he wants he's a fan of otters.
Okay.
So he wants
I respect it.
otter birthday tomorrow, so that's what we're going to have. It's tough finding the stuff for it, but you know how Monica is. She finds everything.
Found it. I know.
She finds everything.
She found it.
Amazon is a great thing to have. And so, you know, we're going to have pizza and all kinds of stuff and just enjoy the day.
Nice.
But if there's that chance and you and Hatman are calling this game and somebody is there, if I don't get a text message,
we're not friends anymore?
we're not friends. I'm going to be mad.
Now
I'm going to be upset.
What's the rule? If it's like the Virginia head coach, I don't need to text you, do
No,
I?
no, absolutely not. No.
If it's the Duke head coach, I definitely don't need to text you.
No, I don't want to see Manny Diaz. Don't want to see him. Nope. No. Mm-mm. Now, I like Manny Diaz, good coach. Good coach. Coach in Virginia, Tony, oh my goodness, slipped right out of my hand. I know his first name. I know he was the coordinator at Clemson. Great guy. Really had a tough situation, man. It was tragic what happened up there, you know, in Charlottesville. I think he's still been a man for the job for sure. But if there's that chance that man, Bill Belichick, shows up to Reedsville against Gretna tomorrow night, if you don't call me.
Tony Elliott.
Tony Elliott. Yep, that's right.
I will call you. Well, I'll call you live on the air. That's what I'll do.
I'm loading up the whole family, and we'll be there.
Layup attempt from Rakestraw is short. Eastern Guilford with the ball. 48-25 lead. 2:05 to play in this one. One nice little leaner for Cates. She's got 4. Now, what if Lane Kiffin shows up, for example? Do I need to call?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Into the lane on the steal for 2 for Chris.
No, not Lane.
Okay. Just making sure. Timeout on the floor, 48-29. So he's the only one I have to call you on.
Absolutely.
Nobody else.
No brainer.
Okay.
No brainer. Everybody else, you know, they can skim through. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Take a good picture with them. Let me know they're there.
Here's the problem, though, David.
Mm-hmm.
You're my eyes. You're the one that spotted Dan Lanning before
And
anybody else.
and
I'm not even going to see it.
And there's always that opportunity. You know, I'm still going to let Hatman run the show, man. He, you know, he's always there, always doing his job, man. He's a great dude. But there's always that chance, you know, Mike can be there. And, you know, we'll see what happens throughout the day tomorrow. Just a busy man, you know, with master's degree, you know, being a dad and working a full-time job and, you know, being a part of RoCo Radio. I'm always on the go.
Yep.
It never ends.
Never ends.
No, it don't.
Which is a good thing. 1:48 to play here in the fourth. A 48-29 lead for the Cougars with the basketball. Here at the Rock, Rockingham County High School for the first time since January 8th.
Okay.
Stridmiter, right to left to Johnson. Johnson from the free throw line. No look bounce pass to Abrahamson, who loses it. Smith picks it up. Now back to Stridmiter, top of the key. 1:29 to play here in the fourth. Smith. It's past the coverage of Herman. Pass it to Abrahamson. Wide open off the rim. Just hits the backboard. Rebound to Eastern Guilford. Up the floor, left to right for the Wildcats. And the Wild basketball will bounce off the kneecap and out of bounds on the baseline. See number 22 right now on the floor. Just now coming off. she's got the young players out there. You got the young players trying to learn. How nice is it to have a senior like that to lead them on the floor throughout that whole period?
Run the show and, teach these ladies different things of the game of basketball.
Patience Lynn gets the basketball. We'll have to travel.
Lily Stripmiter's dad, if you're listening in, got a great youngster. Bright future ahead of her.
Melina in the comments says, I'll have to have Jonathan on Saturday watch for celebrity coaches.
Yes.
He's assigned. Top of the key for Crisp from the free throw line. Hard off the backboard, rebound Urban. She takes it out to the perimeter. Near side wing three is going to be an air ball out of bounds on the baseline on the left side. So Johnson will inbound for the Cougars with 41 seconds to play here in our girls varsity matchup. Johnson holds at the free throw line, trying to get past midcourt. Trapped on the far side by Crisp, gets past the line, right to left. Urban gets a handle on the basketball. Abrahamson rips it away, though, in the hands of Johnson. Baseline drive from the far side. Now a handoff back to Abrahamson. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Wildcats. Urban spins from the far side wing to the bucket, draws a foul, stop the clock at 15 seconds.
We're always going to talk about our Rockingham County teams, but Eastern Guilford, they have really been impressed with them. I think they're got a bright future ahead of them, and got a lot of young talent.
They've really picked it up. They went on I think it was a 6 or 7 game losing streak to start the season. Since they've won 4 of their last 6. And Coach mentioned that in the pregame show interview. First free throw is good by Herban. Misses a second, gets her own rebound. Far side wing three with 12 seconds is short off the hands of Lynn, out of bounds on the baseline here near side corner. Inbound for the Wildcats. The look inside is short. Now we'll have a jump ball with 4.7. Final score, Lady Panthers over the Phoenix 37-34.
Wow, what a ball game.
Near side, Herban, three is long. Rebound far side, Johnson. As the horn hits and the clock expires, 48-30. Win for Rockingham County. It moves them to 17-2 overall. 7-2 in the Mid-State 3A Conference. This team has won 10 of their last 11 ball games. 15 of 16 of their wins have been, make that 15 of 17, have been by 10 plus. Be a tough schedule for them. The end of the year will be key, paramount. As we talked about in the pregame, ranked number 20, in my opinion, unfairly in the RPI with just 2 losses.
Yeah.
Every other team, every single other team in the 2A West with 2 losses are ranked in the top 3.
It never makes any sense, man. The math just ain't mathing.
So
I don't know.
That tough schedule will matter. Tuesday, High Point Central. Wednesday, Northeast Guilford. And Friday, the big one against Dudley for the Lady Cougars. As the boys start to take the court. You're ready for fireworks and dynamite?
Oh, I'm telling you. All right, so give me the number again. He is how many points away from breaking the all-time record?
So right now he sits at 1,307 points.
Okay.
The record is held by Justin Ward, who played from 2004 to 2008. That's 1,359 points. So he's 52 points away from tying the record.
52 points.
The senior at 6'170", Dalton Dynamite Johnson.
So we're going to need him to ball out tonight and go ahead and score 53. And it is possible. It is possible. It's with him, you never know what's going to happen. You don't know.
His career high came earlier this year against Atkins, 41 points.
And look who we got back. Nick Rumley.
And he'll be key tonight as well.
Here
In the
we
first
go.
matchup, it was a tough loss for Rockingham County. They lost on the road 52-41 without Dalton Johnson. But a big player in that game, keeping them in it, was Nick Rumley,
Yep.
who had 16 points and 13 rebounds in the first encounter against these two.
And I like Nick Rumley's game, man. He's a walking double-double. Great footwork, great face-up game. Not scared to bang it down inside. I mean, good size, too. Then we got Dynamite Johnson alongside James Thomas. Great starting five, dude.
Yep.
Great starting
They bring
five.
you everything you need.
Yes, they do.
They bring the athleticism from the wing. They bring gritty guards to cover.
Yep. And can't forget about Luke Strickmeyer.
Brady Ross as well.
Yep, Brady Ross.
They got a good bench depth. Ladarius Dillard, Gage Rakestraw, Carter Matthews, Bryson Apple, who started at times this year as well for the Cougars. So, yeah, you look at what they've built. The schedule, it's brutal for them.
Mm-hmm.
They've taken on the number 2 team in the RPI, the number 11 team in the RPI, and the number 16 team in the RPI, the number 19 team in the RPI upcoming in Northeast Guilford. By the way, those are just conference games. That doesn't include their 2 matchups with Reedsville, the number 1 team in the state.
Yeah.
So when it comes to battle-tested boys programs in the state of North Carolina, you won't find a more battle-tested team than this Cougar squad.
Absolutely. And, I mean, you know, that's what you want to do in high school athletics. You want to
That's right.
load up your schedule and play the top talent. I mean, you know, if you get more wins than none, you know, you're looking at an automatic bid in there in the playoffs.
And when you try and dissect the dynamite factor,
You don't. You can't dissect it. There's just nothing to dissect. He just, man, he's the absolute man.
so he's played 14 games this year. 10 of the 14, he's scored 20 or more.
Yep.
All but one game this year,
Mm-hmm.
he scored 15 plus.
Man,
So you know what you're getting from him as well.
he is that dude. And you know what I love about it too? This man can throw it down. He can dunk.
Yes.
He can. I mean, he's just. Oh, man, he's just fun to watch.
Quick release, smart with the basketball.
Very smart.
The one thing that I think is underrated about his game is his passing ability.
Yep, and
I was watching tape against Smith. They're down big. He's still going in the lane with the Euro step and finding guys open in the corner. You look at that pass for the game winner against Martinsville in the MLK Showcase. I mean, he really knows how to handle the basketball, but
He does.
find his teammates.
I mean, that's just that. You know, that like I said, that pass against Martinsville when they played in the MLK Classic. Man, that was a half-court pass with an easy layup for the win. It don't get no better than that.
And the smarts it took to have that pass.
Yeah.
He knew that if he drove towards the far side of the court, it would open up the near side, and he just diagonally dished that pass better than you could ask.
It was beautiful. Man, it was beautiful.
And you see that on tape several times.
Yep.
The handles are what sets up the passing, and his handles put him right up there with the best in the state. Again, we preach, and we preach, and we preach. Where are you, college coaches? This is an opportunity.
Big time opportunity. And I'll tell you, you know, another thing, you know, the last time we seen Rockingham, I was very impressed with Bryson Apple.
Yes.
He, you know, they didn't have Nick Rumley that game. I'm not sure, you know, what the case may be, but he gave him some great minutes. Great rebounder. I mean, with him coming in, you know, if that might be the case, you know, they mix and match lineups. If he comes in with Nick Rumley and them two together, good size, great rebounding. I mean, you got what, 6'4", 6'7"? That's good interior basketball right there.
For Eastern Guilford, a 3-16 on the year, 1-8. One of those wins against Rockingham County, again, without Dynamite. There are losers of 6 straight, 0-10 on the road this year. So for a team like Rockingham County, man, they've had a tough slate last week. They take on Smith, who's number 2 in the RPI. A tough ball game there. They take on Dudley, who's in the top 11 and drop a game there. This is a key game to bounce back.
Yes, it is for sure. They need this game. They need this game. This is a game that, that's really going to benefit on the, the rankings going in for the playoffs. This is one they got to have for sure. I mean, if I was coach, I would circle this one for sure. Because that's two good teams, man. You've been, Smith and Dudley.
Yeah.
Dudley's always good in basketball, man. They've always. You was telling me about this coach, coach for Eastern Guilford.
Coach Joseph Spinks.
Joseph Spinks, yeah.
He's been around since 2011, his 13th season, a 191 and 164 record. But this might be the best sports name of all time. So he's a former professional basketball player overseas.
Okay.
For the Amsterdam Astronauts.
Amsterdam Astronauts.
A 6-time Dutch Cup champion.
Wow. That's something else. That's overseas basketball, man. That's some tough basketball. I would even say that's tougher than the NBA.
Ooh.
You want me to go there? I went there.
Oh, man.
That's tougher than the NBA. They are battling. It is some good basketball overseas.
Back-to-back Final Four appearances and a state championship appearance for Coach Spinks in 2017-18 and 2018-2019. For the Cougars, led by head coach Eddie Ancora. We talk about this a lot, but maybe not enough on air.
Mm-hmm.
What he's done for this program in 2 quick years.
Oh, yeah, man.
For some, and we talk about this a lot, the expectations in high school athletics are to win every game.
Yeah.
People have put a little bit too much on it, but this team has a very good chance of finishing with a winning record. Do you know the last time a winning record happened for boys basketball at Rockingham County?
I'm going to guess. Can I guess?
I don't know. It's been that long.
Oh.
It's been a while.
Wow. He's just got that it factor about him. I mean, he brings the energy, great attitude, great all-around dude, man. He loves what we do. I mean, like I said, we love these coaches at Rockingham County, man. They're absolutely great. The right man for the job. Let's just put it that way. He was the right man to come in and take this job.
Cougars 9-7, 3-5 in the Mid-State 3A Conference. We might see history tonight. We need 53 points from Dynamite Johnson.
When we get together, man,
crazy things happen.
Crazy things always happen. So there's that chance that we could see that dynamite go off.
If not, there's a good chance that he'll do it next week.
Yeah.
All 3 games at home. On Tuesday against High Point Central, on Wednesday against Northeast Guilford, and on Friday against Dudley. As we get ready for the starting lineups and the Star Spangled Banner.
Good evening. Welcome to Rockingham County High School for this Mid-State 3A matchup between the visiting Eastern Guilford Wildcats and your Rockingham County Cougars. Starting lineup first for the Wildcats. Number 1, Dion Cradle. Number 2, Isaiah Schaefer. Number 10, Tim Sanders. Number 13, Zane Cameron. And number 15, Tyler Whalen. The Wildcats are coached by Joseph Spinks. And now, starting lineup for your Rockingham County Cougars. Number 11, James Thomas. Number 10, Nick Brumley. Number 3, Bray Ross. Number 2, Luke Strickmeyer. Rounding out the starting five tonight, number 1, Dynamite Johnson. The Cougars are coached by Ancora. It's time for basketball at the Rock. Get on your feet.
So here we go, first quarter. Eastern Guilford in their blue away jerseys with yellow trim, yellow numbering, and the EG logo on the back, just on top of the number. The Cougars in their white homes with black trim, black lettering and numbering. Here we go, the Cougars set to tip from the left side. It'll be 10 versus 10, Rumbly versus Sanders. Rumbly on the left side. Partner, you ready to clock in?
Let's do it.
Ball and tip is won by the Cougars. Thomas chases it all the way down in the corner here near side. Left to right for the Cougars. Thomas to Dynamite on the far side wing. Now off the screen, it's Ross. On the far side wing, bounce pass to the baseline. Rumbly turns, faces, passes stolen off the hands of Elliott. Now picked up by Eastern Guilford. Elliott will take it up the floor. Far side three is off the heel. Rebound inside for Sanders. Sanders looks for the bucket. He can't find it. Closed by the Cougars defense. Dynamite with the steal at midcourt. Flips it to Thomas to the bucket. 2 points on the easy layup for James Thomas. All held near side by Sanders. Sanders drives the lane. Turns. It's off the backside. Rebound to Strickmeyer. In the hands of Johnson. Johnson near side corner for Ross. Driving to the paint for Ross. Nice no-look pass inside.
Good shot.
And the floater for Strickmeyer. Beautiful pass from Ross. 4-0 lead for the Cougars. 6:55 to play here in the first. Elliott with the basketball. And it's stolen away by Johnson. He's got an open look to the basket here on the near side. The finger roll.
Here we go. And a timeout.
That's the way to start things. A 6-0 run for Rockingham County.
Well, here we go.
It was Thomas on the open look after a turnover. Then a look inside from Brady Ross to Strickmeyer. And then a steal and bucket for Dalton Dynamite Johnson. And a 6-0 lead here on the first timeout. First quarter, 6:43 to play.
You know, watching Dynamite Johnson, man, every time he gets the basketball, his eyes are always up. He's always searching for that next assist. It's not always the basket. He's mostly wanting to pass it, but his shot is just so good. I mean, you got to take that shot. It's beautiful.
So here comes the inbound from Sanders to Elliott of Northeast Guilford. Making Northeastern Guilford right to left. Top of the key for Sanders, covered by Rumley. Just off the far side elbow. And for the open man, it's Braley. Braley with the basketball, drives, now kicks it out to Elliott for three. Doesn't hit anything on the baseline. It's saved by Cameron, but it will go out of bounds on the far sideline just in front of the Cougar bench. So Thomas to inbound with one hand to Dynamite Johnson, left to right. Waist dribble, pass the timeline, pass it far side wing to Thomas. Now back to Dynamite. Near side Ross looks inside to the elbow for Rumley. He loses the basketball. Ross picks it back up in the corner here on the right side. Back to the left side for Thomas. One-handed pass, Dynamite, a long three.
There it is.
Logo!
Here we go.
5 points for Dynamite, 9-0 lead. Far side, Melvin passes it to Sanders. Pass the timeline for Eastern Guilford for three. Off the front iron, rebound Thomas. Up the floor, transition basketball for the Cougars. Stop on the far side wing, does Thomas. Stop, pop, three. Off the back side of the rim, rebound on the baseline. A handoff by Strickmeyer inside to Rumley after the rebound. A foul and Rumley to the line. He'll be key tonight. He had 16 against Eastern Guilford the first time these two met. You can tell the Cougars want to make a statement this Friday evening. Rumley gets the first.
You got to. I mean, you're getting towards the end of the season. I mean, you have to make every game count to get into the playoffs. and to get those rankings up a little bit more.
Second one is good for Rumley. 11-0 lead for the Cougars to start this one. Sanders passes it far side for Braley. Braley on the wing. Spears. Stripmiter right there with a tight defense. Top of the key, Melvin looks for the drive, and we'll have a foul on the Cougars. It will be on Thomas. So here comes the inbound from Braley behind the basket on the baseline. Gets it into Melvin. Melvin near side, Sanders on the wing. Covered tightly by Thomas. Hands low, trying to protect the passing lanes. Top of the key for Melvin. Now Braley drives in the paint. Fade jumper, won't fall. Rebound off the hands of Strittmeyer and a foul. Ross was able to bring it down, but we'll have a foul on the rebound on Eastern Guilford, so Thomas to inbound. 5:03 to play here in the first. 11-0 lead for Rockingham County. Johnson dribbles the basketball, switches hands, now past the timeline, left to right. Thomas sits here on the near side wing, gets the ball, now passes it back to Dynamite. Free throw look for Strittmeyer, passes it in the corner. Ross from the far side, off the back iron, rebound long for Elliott. Goes out of bounds off the hands of Strittmeyer. Keep it with Eastern Guilford. Inbound here on the near sideline for Sanders, the senior. Bounce pass into the point guard, Elliott. Now back to Sanders here near side. At the top of the key, picked up by Dynamite. Poked away. Wide open lane. Easy lay-in. Man, for Dynamite. He's got 7. Far side, Sanders. Past the timeline. Right to left. Eastern Guilford in a pass to head coach Eddie Anglero on the bench. Good catch by Coach.
Oh, man, I thought he was going to light it up. I thought he was going to shoot a 3 right there.
So Johnson gets the basketball on the inbound. Dynamite looks top of the key for Ross. Just off the logo. Now in the corner, Thomas. Back to the top of the key for Ross. Ross hands off on the screen to Dynamite. Picked up by Elliott defensively. Now in the corner, Ross has an open look. Drives the basket on the baseline. The basketball on the pass. There's a bounce pass, hits off a shoot top of Eastern Guilford. So we'll stay with Rockingham County. It rolls all the way here to the near sideline. And an inbound for Thomas. High arcing pass on the inbound to Ross at the top of the key. Now off the screen to the wing, near side for Dynamite. Steps out of it. Now with the hesitation move. Took a slow step, now stutters to the basket, baseline. Looks out to the top of the key. Nice pass to Thomas, who drives, dishes it off. Rumley can't get it. Strittmeyer with the rebound.
There it is.
One-hander for Rumley.
Good job cleaning up the rebound right there by
Great
Rumley.
Team basketball. 15-0 lead, Rockingham County. Top of the key, handoff to Braley, and we'll have a foul. Score update from McMichael High School. It's Moorhead 12, McMichael 6. Inbound for Sanders. And out of bounds.
You know, we covered a game Monday night, man. Even though the score was lopsided, I was still so impressed with the McMichael basketball team, man. They always tough to play.
Inbound Sanders to Elliott. And right back to Elliott for 2. Off the hands of Cameron. First points of the night for Eastern Guilford. 13-point lead for the Cougars with the basketball. 3:10 to play here in the first. Rumley off the near side elbow. Turns, gets a screen, hands it off to Dalton, who throws it up, draws the foul.
Is that 3? Should be 3, right?
Should be. That's just basketball awareness.
Yes, it is.
Knowing you can draw the foul, leaning in. That's the most controlled, wild shot I've ever seen in my life.
And that's the way he plays, man. He's always under control.
It's like a controlled, reckless abandon.
You know, even though he scores 30 points, man, he's always looking to pass first. Always.
It's the first and the second free throws. We'll have some substitutions. Bryson Apple in the game for Rockingham County.
Oh, this ought to be good to see right here. You got Apple and Rumley.
And Ladarius Dillard in the game for the Cougars. Give a break for Ross and Strittmeyer. Third free throw is good. 10 points for Dynamite. 18 for the Cougars. They lead it by 16. Sanders up the floor, top of the key to Braley on the far side wing, just off the wall court logo. Dynamite picks up the defense to the lane for Braley with the finger roll. First points of the Knights for Braley, and an 18-4 ball game. Nice crossover move from Thomas. Wing three,
nice.
Bryson Apple.
Here we go. Comes in and makes his presence felt.
Number 45 with a big three there, 21-4. Dynamite with a tight defense of Sanders. Far side, Parker back to Sanders, long three, rebound Johnson. Dynamite up the floor on midcourt. No look pass near side to Dilla, who drives the lane, kick it out to Thomas on the far side. Now in the corner, another Apple three attempt.
Why not?
Back-to-back buckets, Bryson Apple off the bench.
Here we go. I'm telling you, man, I just seen something in him when he had plenty of minutes to play against Martinsville, and his confidence is through the roof.
Beautiful play set up too. Just
wow.
Off the baseline, got in the corner. Good find of him on both buckets. One off the wing, one in the corner.
He is a guy that can come in off the bench, give you some good minutes, and score the basketball, rebound the basketball. Wow, what a start.
6 points for Apple on 2 shots. 4 for Rumley, 2 for Thomas, 2 for Strittmeyer, and 10 for Dynamite. 24-4 lead, Rockingham County. Good to be back at the Rock for the first time since January 8th. You think they wanted this one, David?
Oh, they want this one. Yeah, absolutely. You have to have this one. I mean, not taking away anything from Eastern Guilford whatsoever, but towards the end of the season, when all these wins really count, you know, towards the playoffs, you can't lose to a 3-16 team. That really does not look good for the resume. Oh, look who we have here. Kendra Harris.
In the building.
He's in the building.
Sanders gets the basketball. Far side handoff to Elliott. A point guard covered by Rumley. That's a size disadvantage for Eastern Guilford. Passing lane, batted away by Bryson Apple in the lane.
Oh,
Sanders picks it up. It'll be a foul call.
I don't know about that one.
So Sanders to the line.
Everybody coming in to see could be a chance at a record-breaking night.
Free throw is good for Sanders. 24-6. Inbound Rumley to Diller. Up the floor, now in the corner. Matthews in the ball game for Rockingham County. Drives to the free throw line. Rumley, top of the key, three. Off the front iron, rebound Sanders at the free throw line. Whips it over to Parker on the far side. Now to the basket, Braley gets it.
And one.
Here's the free throw from Braley. It won't fall. Rebound goes to Apple of Rockingham County. Back to the basket, just off the logo. Now at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Diller. Near side wing. Right side wing to the bucket. Draws the foul. Doesn't get the floater to go, but he'll head to the free throw line. I'm going to check some scores around here, partner.
Check them out.
Some big games. I know Dudley and Smith playing tonight. Free throw is good for Dillard. Here comes the second from Ladarius Dillard. That one rolls home. (26-8). Opposite way now, Sanders for Braley. A point guard covered by Apple. Tries to get past him, hand in the air. Good coverage by Apple. Rebound inside for Rumley. Hands it off up the floor to Dynamite, who's going to be fouled. Heading down the far sideline. A push foul just in front of the scorer's table.
One more foul apiece for each team, and you're going to be going to the free throw line.
Oh, hit the wrong button. No score update in that Smith and Dudley game. I was hoping that we'd be able to find that. 26-8, Rockingham County leads it here. In the bonus.
They are in
Dynamite's
the bonus.
going to head to the line.
I'm going to tell you what, Coach Spinks for Eastern Guilford is giving it to the official, man.
He wants a timeout, so I think he can.
Watch this. Look. Look at him. He's ready to go off.
I think there's a discussion. Coach Spinks was hoping that Dynamite wouldn't be the one shooting the free throw, which I don't understand that because he was fouled.
He was the one that was fouled.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he's been giving the one of the officials an earful the past couple of times up the floor. Oh, here we go.
If you want to give somebody an earful, I wouldn't give this official an earful.
Not that official. He hadn't been giving him any trouble whatsoever.
Okay.
It's been
Yeah, that's probably a smart idea.
been in the nothing against the other one, been in the smaller one.
This is the official that I feel like looks like Byron Scott.
Oh man,
Built like a Ram truck too.
yeah, we had a good conversation with him towards the end of the one of the games we broadcast. Man, great dude. He was like, "Hey man, can y'all mic me up?" He said, "You got to pay me though, but you can mic me up." I said, "I don't know if you want us miking you up with some of the stuff that we say." Let it go, my man. Let it go.
So out of the timeout, 1 minute remaining here in the first. It will be Dynamite to the line. First one is good. Second one's good. Nothing but the net. 12 points for Dynamite. 28-8 lead for Rockingham County over Eastern Guilford. 1 minute to play here in the first. Parker goes all the way to the basket on the inbound. Can't get the layup. Rebound Dynamite. Top of the key to the free throw line. Looks with a no-look pass to Dillard. It's lost. Picked up by Elliott. Then stolen away by Dillard. Now near side wing. One-handed pass. No look to Rumley to the basket. Can't get it to fall. Sanders with the rebound. Push it up the floor. The opposite side. Far side wing now for Eastern Guilford. Parker goes top of the key for Ad. Now top of the key for Parker. Parker to the free throw line. And one. Got the underhand layup.
You got Carter Matthews. I think he's a little shaken up. I think he's getting ready to come out. Yep. Here he comes. I don't know if he kind of. Looks like a little shoe issue. Okay, he's all right.
Free throw won't fall. Rakestraw in the game for him. Parker gets the rebound.
Oh,
on
he
his own
took
miss.
Ooh.
In the corner, Braley to the basket from the baseline for two. Two-hander for Braley. He's got 6. Inbound Dynamite, 12 seconds on the clock here in the first. Dillard up the floor on the far sideline. In the corner for Rakestraw for 3.
Why
Got
not? There we go.
Rakestraw off the bench to help Matthews, who had a shoe malfunction, and he makes a big bucket at the end of one. 31 points on the board in just one quarter for Rockingham County. 31-12.
Partner, I'm going to make you laugh.
Okay.
I always like making you laugh. We got John Daly sitting in front of us with a beard right here. My man.
Oh, man.
Is that John Daly?
I don't see a Diet Coke, so probably not. Did you know that dude drank, I think he said 224 packs a day or something like that?
Oh, yeah. It's
Diet Coke?
a very high number.
Hey, I'm not trying to get personal with bathroom issues, but doesn't it turn to sludge at that point?
Oh, he's good to go. It's John Daly. Well, you know.
Is he like a camel? He's got water stored in there to kind of balance out the Diet Coke? Like, what is going on there?
Yeah, he's got other beverages to balance everything out. That's what he does.
I've watched a video, and he was on the course, and he had his golf cart, and instead of having an engine in the front, he had a cooler.
That's what he does, man.
So after one, Dynamite with 12, 2 for Stripmiter, 2 for Thomas, 4 for Rumley, 2 for Dillard.
He hits bombs. That's what he does.
3 for Rakestraw and 6 for Apple. 31-12. Far side for Elliott. In the corner for Adu. Followed by Apple.
I'm a big John Daly fan, man. I really am.
If you're not a fan, you're probably not
his
American.
son, man. Young Tiger Woods and John Daly's son, they're going to be tearing it up on the golf course.
Parker inbounds to Braley on the far side wing, covered by Dillard. Crossover move, stops at the elbow with the jumper. Skying for the rebound is Apple. He'll battle with it for Sanders, and over the back foul will be called. And it will be Cougars basketball. They'll inbound on the baseline. It'll be Gage Rakestraw to inbound. The right side of the basket. 2 hands in the air for Adu on the coverage, but Rakestraw gets it into Dillard on the near sideline. Already past the timeline. Left to right for the Cougars. Looking in the paint is Dillard. Instead of brought to the perimeter. Dynamite covered by Parker. Goes to the free throw line. Kick it far side wing. Dillard 3 off the front rim. Rebound to Parker. Parker pushes the basketball for Eastern Guilford. To Braley from the wing to the basket for the foul. We're going to see Stripmiter, Ross, and Thomas back in for the Cougars.
I really like Ladarius Dillard. He's come in and given him some good minutes.
He's been the top 6 man basically all year.
5'10" sophomore.
Shot by Sanders misses. Braley gets the rebound in traffic. Rebound on the second offensive rebound for Parker, and he's going to head to the line after the foul. Free throw is good for Parker. Here comes the second for the senior. In and out rebound to Ross. Off the baseline, bounces with a pass to Thomas. Thomas will run point. Middle of the floor, past the timeline, left to right. Nice crossover move on Adu. Now behind the back to the free throw line, to the basket. No foul call. Ball's knocked loose. And that's a jump ball. Possession arrow in favor of the Cougars. Stripminer said, hey, if you're not going to give the foul, I'll reach in and grab the basketball. So an inbound for Dynamite on the left side of the basket on the baseline. Looks for the inbound in the corner to Stripmiter. One-handed pass into the corner, Rumley. Near side, drives to the basket. 4 Wildcats there. They get the basketball. Adu picks it up. Now Adu's going to be trapped by the Cougars, Thomas and Dynamite. Slow roller on the ground to Parker. Now Parker, far side wing to near side. Sanders to Elliott, to Braley, to the baseline, now to the corner far side for Adu. The 3 is
there
good.
There it is.
31-16. Trapped near side is Ross by Adu and Elliott. Gets it to Thomas to the free throw line. Stops from the elbow, far side. Just kisses the rim. Rebound to Sanders. Far side for Elliott. Push the floor. Goes to the basket and blocked by Johnson. They're going to call a foul.
I don't have my glasses on tonight, but I thought I seen all ball on that one. What do you think? Had to be all ball, right? Right?
Silence is deafening, huh?
That's enough said.
Elliott to the free throw line. In and out.
Sometimes it's better left unsaid.
Second one is good for Parker. 4 points tonight off the bench. He's been given the assignment to cover Dynamite. He covers him here on the near side corner. Thomas with the basketball. He's going to lose it on the far side. Was it poked out of bounds? Yes, it was by Eastern Guilford. Keep it with the Cougars. Far sideline inbound in front of the Eastern Guilford bench. To Dynamite. Shimmy shakes. Leans in. One-handed pass to Rumley is stripped away by Braley. Braley up the floor for Eastern Guilford, right to left. Elliott for three. Far side. The backs off the rim. Rebound Sanders with two hands. Somehow didn't travel there. Gets it out to Braley to the top of the key. It's stripped away loose on the floor to Stripminer. Push it up the floor. Dynamite open layup with one hand. 14 for Dynamite. 33-17. Good wherewithal by Stripminer, middle of the floor to find that basketball and get it to the point guard. Parker covered by Rumley. Gets it to Elliott near side wing. Back to Braley. In the corner, Sanders on the far side. Picked up defensively by Stripminer. They're going to call foul. Baseline drive stopped, though, by Stripminer. And Sanders to the free throw line. It's a 5-1 advantage here already in the second quarter for Eastern Guilford and the fouls. So it's to the line for Sanders. First one, he's off the heel. Second free throw is good for Sanders. 33-18, 5:15 to play in the second. Rumley gets the pass all the way cross court. He stands at the free throw line. Gets it to Dynamite, covered by Parker. Shimmy shake to the basket with the finger roll. Can't get it to fall, gets his own rebound. And one! Breathe, stretch, shake, let it go. It's points for Dynamite.
My man.
16 on the board for number one.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why I love you. That's why I love you.
Make the free throw count. 17 points for Johnson. 36-18. Far side for Braley. Cross-court pass. Blocked by Rumley. Rumley gets it into the hands of Dynamite behind the back. Near side wing between the legs. One-handed pass. Inside. Back to the basket for Rumley with two power hands. 6 points for Rumley. 38-18. Parker looks to answer. Dishes it off to Adu. Near side wing covered by Dillard. Now Ross with the tight coverage of the point guard, Braley. Top of the key, handed off Parker. Wings it over in the corner, far side, as Elliott hands it off to Braley. Stutter steps, covered by Ross. To the paint with two. Braley has 8. Handed off to Dillard on the inbound. Ladarius Dillard all the way up the sideline. Now inside the paint with the jumper. Skying for it is Rumley. Two hands to put it back. It won't fall, but Rumley to the line for two. Man, the offensive boards for Rockingham County tonight, the rebound advantage is the difference in this one.
It's awesome to have Nick Rumley back. You know, they probably had him back the past couple games, but just for us to see him again, it's been amazing to watch.
First one doesn't fall.
Just his size, his presence.
Looks like we got another close one at McMichael High School. Moorhead leads McMichael 23-19 at the half. Second Rumley free throw hits nothing but the net. 39-20. Rockingham County lead. Far side look for Braley. Is off the rim. Skying with one hand is Thomas for the rebound. Grabs the rebound. Everybody clears. He brings it up the floor left to right. Top of the key, they leave him wide open. Thomas for three.
Why not? There we go.
That play was all James Thomas. He's got 5. 42-20. Far side for Melvin, covered by Thomas. Gets past the timeline, loses handle of the basketball. Somehow saved in the corner by Cameron. Back to the top of the key for Parker, covered by Johnson. Looking for the drive is Braley. He'll settle for the free throw jumper. Doesn't fall. The rebound, it goes for Cameron. 42-22. 3:18 to play in the second. Ross, the one-handed pass here in the near side corner for Dillard. Looks to the lane. Instead dishes it off. Two-pointer for Thomas. Won't fall. Dillard rebound inside. Can't get it to fall there. Rebound goes to Cameron.
Look. Oh,
He is fired up.
He is.
Coach Spinks. And not at the officials, I think his players.
No, his players. He's giving it to them.
So in the bonus with 16 fouls, it'll be Cameron heading to the line. He's got 2 points on the evening. 20-point lead for Rockingham County. 3:04 to play here in the second. First one doesn't fall. Dillard will check out. Carter Matthews back into the game for the Cougs. Free throw is back iron. Somehow Johnson goes with one hand to grab that, and they call a foul.
That always makes me nervous.
Oh,
Just the awkward motion of him coming down like that.
without control.
He's good, but it's just.
He'll make you flinch, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So Thomas will inbound. Sky high inbound on the far side to Ross with the leader in the
and
folder. And one.
Let's go.
Went the lane, leaned to the basket, put a little touch on it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wait, they're not going to count the basket,
Whoa, that was a charge?
apparently.
No.
Come on. Inbound here for Melvin and Eastern Guilford. Near side Cameron. Top of the key, Braley. Back to Cameron on the baseline. Loses it. Saves it, though, to Elliott on the far side corner. One-handed pass back to Braley. Covered by two. Ross and Dynamite at midcourt. Spins out of the coverage. In the corner for Elliott for three.
Oh, man.
Elliott has 5. 42-25. Dynamite breaks the press. Far side elbow. Dish it off to Ross. And one-hander on the assist from Ross to Rumley.
Oh, if he would have threw that down, I would have went crazy.
I thought he was for a second.
I thought he was too.
44-25. Parker looks to answer. In the corner again for Elliott here near side. Matthews with the defense. Ross covers Parker. Gets the dish, and Rumley sends that back here to the corner from the paint. But we're going to have a foul. Who did they call the foul on? Was it off the ball?
It was off the ball for sure. It wasn't Rumley. That was a clean block.
Good.
I could be wrong, but looked clean to me.
Rakestraw set to check in for the Cougars. First from Parker. Won't fall. So Rakestraw in for Ross. Rumley and Dynamite down low at the free throw line. Parker's second is good. 44-26. Right up to the floor to Matthews. Loose handle of it, covered by Melvin. That'll be a turnover. Melvin to inbound here on the near side. 44-26, second quarter. Rockingham County lead, 2:04 to play here in the first half. Melvin inbounds to Parker, covered by Matthews. Now back to Melvin after the inbound near side. Looks in the corner. Loses the handle, does Braley on the pass from Cameron. It'll go out of bounds. That's a big turnover. Rockingham County ball as Matthews will inbound here on the near sideline. On the left side of the court as the Cougars move left to right. Thomas gets it, covered by Braley. Behind the back, now past the timeline. Braley with the tight coverage. Goes to the far sideline just in front of the bench. Now spins out of the coverage. Braley is going to get the carry call of the basketball. He could not believe that call.
Look, I'm paying attention to Coach right over there. He is.
Coach Spinks is.
He is an animated dude. I like it.
Ball's lost by Melvin, picked up by Thomas. The jumper rolls in and out. Rebound goes to Parker. Matthews matches with him. Now Dynamite picks him up as he drives the lane. Rumley right there.
Oh.
And another foul call.
What?
That's going to be.
Nobody even touched him. There was nobody even.
They're going to call that on Rakestraw.
Okay.
So Cougars will set up in the low block on the free throw. It's Dynamite on the far side, and near side is Rumley. First won't fall. Looks like we'll have a timeout from Coach Eddie Anglero. With 1:29 to play here in the second, 44-26 lead for Rockingham County here on RoCo Radio. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store, located at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for fresh ice and local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your niece's sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Hey, it's that time of the year, the second bout with sickness, that February sickness. Here's the key, all right? You go to Sandy Cross General Merchandise.
All right, I'm listening.
You're feeling that itch, you know what I'm talking about? The back of the throat. Don't go to Walmart trying to find your local honey, because you ain't going to find it. Their definition of local is Richmond, Virginia. So don't go to the Walmart. Go to Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Get honey from right here. Right here. At Sandy Cross General Merchandise. Get in your tea. You know, I recommend the
You know what you could do? You know what you could do?
green tea and honey.
You can go there. You get some Nice's sausage. I'm pretty sure they got some biscuits. When you get home, you got the honey, you got the biscuits, and you can put a little bit of honey on the sausage too.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh my goodness! Look, man, I know something about some eating. All right.
Free throw is good for Parker. Out of the timeout, 44-27 lead. Thomas drives to the lane, rolls off the glass, gets his own rebound. He won't get the bucket to fall, but man, the second chance effort gets him to the free throw line. Now we start to see the fouls even up a bit.
Yeah.
Both teams in the bonus.
I'm gonna tell you. Like I said, I've been watching Coach Spinks over there, man. He's making those officials work for sure. He's every time out, he's over there just drilling into them. If only we could mic you up, my man. I'm telling you, great conversations out of there.
Second free throw for Thomas is good. He missed the first. 45-27. Parker handles it for Eastern Guilford. Melvin in the corner for Braley. Now to the wing for three. Hits the tongue. We're going to have a push foul on Melvin on the baseline on the rebound attempt. So that's going to set up two shots. Oh, no, they're going to. No way. You're going to call it on Rumley. So Melvin to the free throw line. First one won't fall.
How many is that on Rumley now?
I think that he's
Is it third?
third. I think it might be.
Yeah.
Brady Ross checks in for the Cougars. Melvin's second free throw is long. Rebound by Ross with one hand. Parker getting the face of Dynamite. Ross passes tipped by Rumley. Picked up by Dynamite, top of the key. Covered by Parker. Right to the lane. Can't get the layup. Rumley put hands on it, but rebound by Elliott. 52 seconds to play here in the first half. Elliott up the floor to Braley. Looks baseline. Can't drive, kicks it back out. It's knocked away by Dynamite, picked up by Gage Rakestraw. Up the floor, wide open bucket for Dillard. The finger roll. He's got four, 47-27. Parker stops in the perimeter, now looks just off the elbow. Elliott in the corner for Cameron.
There it is. I'm telling you, Eastern Guilford, man, they're staying in this ball game.
Near side for Ross with 20 seconds remaining here in the second. Top of the key for Dynamite. Leaner three. He's heading to the line. That's that wherewithal. Basketball knowledge. College coaches. That's what you want on the floor.
Yep, that is it, man.
He's earned his 17 points, but a lot of it has come with just smart basketball play. He had 3 free throws earlier by drawing the foul on the lean-in when he took a shot, knowing he wasn't going to make the shot. And right there, he does the same thing.
You got to give it to Rumbly, man, on the screen, too. Set a really good screen. You had Parker. He was trying to go up underneath that screen, and what he did, easy foul.
First free throw doesn't fall, but the second does. 18 for Dynamite. Third free throw is good. 19 points for Johnson, 49-30. 10 seconds here in the second. Ball is bent away at the top of the key, picked up by Braley. Looks to the baseline. Won't fall for Eastern Guilford. Rebound Rumley with 1 second. Here's it to the top of the key. Touch shot by Dynamite. Woo. That's quickest shot I've seen.
That is quick.
They didn't get it though. 49-30 at the half. Rockingham County leads it. That's Steph Curry touch.
Well, I tell you what, so he's got, what's he looking at, 19 right now?
Yep.
It's still doable. It's still doable.
I mean.
It's still doable.
If not, I can promise you this. We'll be here Tuesday against High Point Central because I think he's going to get, if he continues to play at this pace, he'll be very close to that number. Look at this. This tells you the education that I've locked in. Going to the search bar, typing in calculator. The old brain ain't doing.
I thought you was typing in hot chocolates, what I seen pulling up.
33 points to score to tie the record. Can he do it? Yes.
So in one of these quarters, in the third, he's probably got to average. He just got to go straight off. He's got to average 18. And then another 15 in the fourth. It's doable. It's very doable. We could see it.
At the half, 49-30, Rockingham County. Dynamite with 19. 2 for Ross, 6 for Thomas, 9 for Rumley, 4 for Dillard, 3 for Rakestraw, and 6 for Apple. For Eastern Guilford, 8 for Braley, 3 for Sanders, 6 for Parker, 5 for Elliott, 3 for Adu, and 5 for Cameron. At the half, a 49-30 lead. We'll be right back with more basketball action.
Just like something helps me like with magic tricks or different.
start the third quarter. Eastern Guilford with the inbound. Sanders into Parker. 49-30 lead for Rockingham County. Left to right for Eastern Guilford. Parker behind the back, covered by Thomas. One-handed pass right in the arms of Rumley. Right up the floor to Dynamite.
Okay.
The lead pass for two.
All right, we're ahead of schedule. So what? I said 18, so 16 more to go.
Inbound into Sanders. Make that into Melvin from Sanders. Hand off to Parker. The point guard past the timeline. Left to right, covered by Thomas. Far side for Sanders. Now the baseline drive reverse layup. 51-32. Dynamite the opposite way. Stop and pop. In and out on the leader.
Come on.
Rebound for Sanders. Hand it off to Parker. Just underway here in the third quarter. 51-32 lead. And a steal by Dynamite. Right to the bucket. Just one to beat. Hesitation.
Why not?
On the layup for two.
Okay, I said it. He's got to have a big third quarter.
He's got 23 here. Came into the night needing 52 to tie the all-time scoring record here at Rockingham County High School. His career high 41 earlier this year against Atkins.
And baskets just come effortless for this kid. It is just
The wherewithal to know he needed to hesitate with the defender trailing but coming after him.
and trying to get the and one, yeah.
Yep. Inbound, Braley to Melvin. Back to the basket, covered by Apple. Near side wing, Braley's pass is tipped. It's wide open, real estate for Thomas for the layup. Thomas has 8. Thomas and Dynamite trapping on the opposite side of the floor. Get up near side to Cameron on the wing. Now Parker will settle, plant his feet just near the logo. Takes the dribble, far side. In the hands of Braley on the wing. Covered by Ross to the basket with 2 hands. It gets the friendly roll. Braley with 10. Thomas already up the floor the opposite way, right to left. What a jumper in and off the back iron. Rebound to Melvin. Drops the shoulders. Now Cameron's shot for 3 is rebounded behind the basket by Dynamite. Dynamite up the floor. Bounce pass near side wing to Thomas. One-handed swing pass inside. Ross to Rumley.
Wow.
11 points for Rumley. Ross with a couple good looks to the basket for his teammates tonight. 57-34. Dynamite covers Parker past the timeline. Handed off to Elliott. The point guard covered by Ross. Far side wing. Parker's pass looking to the interior. It's going to hit the shoe tops of Dynamite Johnson. Out of bounds as Sanders will check in for Cameron. Eastern with the basketball. 57-34 lead for Rockingham County. 5:21 to play in the third. Ross picks up that full court pressure. Past the timeline. Sanders in the corner. Wing it around the perimeter. Melvin, far side Parker. Spins on Ross, tips it up in the air, grabs it, and gets the steal to Dynamite. Bounce pass to Thomas to the bucket. That pass went between 2 defenders. Thomas has 10. Sanders looks to drive, loses handle of it. Picked up by Braley with one hand over a defender for the layup. 12 points for Braley. 59-36. Thomas breaks the press, already up the floor. Court, backhand pass to Dynamite for 3. Rolls off the rim. Rebound inside Sanders. Hands it off to Melvin, who crosses the timeline. Covered by Apple. Right into the paint. Misses the easy lay-in. Picked up by Rumley. Dynamite pushes it for the Cougars. 3-on-2. Into the lane. Can't get the roll. Tries to get the rebound. I think they're going to call an over and back foul on Dynamite.
I don't know. They're not moving.
Yep, it's going to be called on Dynamite.
Okay. So
Dynamite will head to the bench. Dillard will check in. Inbound for Sanders to Adu. Adu covered by Dillard. Let's get fancy between the legs. Now bounces into Dillard. That'll draw the foul. Reset the Eastern Guilford offense with the inbound on the far sideline.
That was some good dribbling right there. I thought he was about to start cooking.
Inside to Braley. Braley to Elliott. Now Sanders, far side wing with the two-hand drive.
It's in there.
And another nice roll. Sanders has 7. 59-38. Far side, Ross loses handle of the basketball, picks it back up. Dillard in the corner. Far side, another whistle. That will be on Adu of Eastern Guilford. Following Paul Adu. So inbound for Rockingham County. James Thomas gets it to Ross. Brady Ross in the corner. Apple for 3.
There it is.
Ball 2, but gets the
Oh,
bucket.
that's a tech. He can't do that. You can't do that. He can't do that. So Apple made the 3. Then gave, let me see the number. It was combo. Gave him a little, that right there. Just taking him up.
Bryson was smashed when he hit that shot. I thought they might call a foul there, but the tech goes to him. Elliott gets the free throw.
Just a little friendly love tap. Come on, man.
Second free throw is good. 7 points for Elliott. That's 3 threes without a miss for Bryson Apple. Inbound to Adu. Adu covered by Thomas. A stab step on defense for Thomas. Adu loses his footing.
Ooh.
It's going to be a travel. Great defense by Thomas. On ball. There's a big high five to Dillard as he inbounds near side. Dillard takes the basketball up the middle of the floor. Loses the handles. Slips up. Able to save it though to Ross. Inside Rumley. Back to the basket. Kick it in the corner. Now Thomas stops and pops on the baseline for 2.
Good
12
drive.
points for Thomas.
Good shot.
64-40. Sanders looks to answer with his own nice little crossover. Thomas able to regather his footing. Now Sanders into the lane. And another, he gets those friendly rolls.
Yes, he does.
Sanders has 9. Thomas runs point with Dynamite Johnson on the bench.
Come on.
64-42.
You got to look for Apple in the corner. You got to look for it.
Near side Ross with the baseline, floats in the air, passes it inside to Rumley, loses handle of the basketball on the shot attempt to Elliott. Up the floor for Eastern Guilford. In the corner, Braley takes a hesitation and takes a shot, misses it. Dillard rebounds it on the opposite side. Up the floor. Near side wing for Thomas. Saves it down near the corner. Picked up by Dillard with the drive and a little dish.
There you go.
To Rumley. Rumley with 13. Nice feed by Dillard. 66-42. Sanders top of the key, covered by Thomas. Near side to Braley. Braley on the wing. Ross with the hands extended. He walks over to the top of the key. Far side wing now for Sanders. A little bit of space from Rumley. Drives to the basket.
And one.
Sanders with 11. Most of those here in the second half. As he heads to the free throw line. Free throw is good for Sanders. See Matthews in the game. As Ross heads to the bench. Apple the inbound on the baseline left side. Goes near side to Dillard. Turns and faces the defender right up the lane with one hand.
He said, hey, don't worry about it, fellas. I got this one.
6 points for Dillard. 68-45. Braley looks the answer on the other end. Rumley with the rebound. With two hands, rips the ball away. One hand pass to the far side for Thomas. Thomas stops on the way, covered by Braley. Spins out of the coverage. Backhanded bounce pass in the hands of Dillard. The jumper for two.
Why not?
Off the elbow on the far side. Back-to-back buckets for Dillard. 8 points on the night. 70-45, Rockingham County. Far side for Melvin of Eastern Guilford. Drives to the lane, lifts the ball up in the air as he drives to the lane to defend from the swat away, and he's going to head to the line. Nope, they'll say it's not in the act of shooting.
Who is that on?
Not sure.
All I seen was, oh no, they called it on Rumbley.
That's got to be number 4. So Melvin to the line. Can't get it to roll in. Second one is good for Melvin. First point of the night. Dillard. Near side wing. Thomas drives the baseline. It's going to be a defensive foul on the drive, so Thomas the inbound. Here comes Cameron for Sanders off the bench for Easter. 70-46 lead, 1:05 to play here in the third. Bounce pass inside. Rumley turns with one hand. The baby hook won't fall, but to the line. "13 points for Rumley. He had 16 the last time these two met. Free throw is good.
So he's going to Carolina to play baseball, right? Throwing that fastball.
Second one good for Rumley. You know who else is going to North Carolina? Ava Grace Pruitt.
Ava Grace Pruitt.
She had 233 strikeouts last year.
Wow.
In just over 100 innings pitched. Driving for Braley on the baseline. Dillard with the block. Right behind the basket. He picks it up. Now at the floor for the Cougars. Past the timeline. Throws it in the corner. Apple three.
Why not?
Splash!
He can't miss.
Splash City, USA.
Oh, man.
He's got 12 all on three-pointers.
Keep feeding it.
75-46. Adu, top of the key for Melvin with a pump fake. Thomas picks up the defense. He loses at the elbow. Dillard a wide open look. Almost got the slam, but he gets the lay-in. Dillard off the bench with 10. Adu near side, 77-46. 5 seconds remaining here on the third. Melvin stands off the logo on the wing far side. Now in the corner, Adu with the look at the horn. It won't fall. Dillard with the rebound. 77-46 after 3. After 3, Dynamite Johnson with 23 sat out most of the third quarter with foul trouble. 2 for Brady Ross, 12 for James Thomas, 15 for Nick Rumley. Ladarius Dillard with 10, 3 for Gage Rakestraw, and 12 on 4 for 4 shooting from three-point lane.
And that was my guy to watch, man. He just can come off the bench and give some great minutes and can produce. Not just a guy that can play some defense. He can produce on the offensive side. Man, what a ball game for Rockingham.
Tonight's game brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years at 111 Boone Road. Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by for an old-style drive-in and delicious cheeseburgers, crinkle-cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split. At Circle Drive-In since the 1970s for good food. Stop by Circle Drive-In, 111 Boone Road, near the roundabout. We start the fourth quarter, 77-46 lead for the Cougars as they set to inbound. Number 1, Dynamite Johnson back in the game. He'll inbound at the timeline, near side. Inbounds to Thomas. Skies in the air, passes it to Apple on the wing. Back to Thomas, just off the logo on the right side. Thinks about the drive, covered by 2. Wide open look for Rumley for 3. It hits off the rim, rebound to Adu of Eastern Guilford. And is Coach Spinks calling a timeout?
What?
Oh, man. Wow, Coach Spinks is yelling at Coach Anglero. Wow.
Whoa. This is what I'm talking about. Whoa. Now we got the other coach. We got the JV coach getting involved up there. Now he's taking his shot.
Is he upset that the starters were in?
I don't know.
What else does he have to be upset about?
I don't know. Here we go.
Well, I'm going to guarantee Dynamite
Look,
plays all the fourth quarter, and the starters do too now.
Every time we call a game, partner, we always see something. This has been building. I've been really paying close to both benches. This has been building for a little bit.
The game's been clean.
Yeah, it's been clean, but I don't.
But on the sidelines, you're right.
It's been building up. Now we're going to have to watch the handshake line.
Sanders to Adu, covered by Matthews. Near side wing for Sanders. Dynamite gives him some space. He thinks about driving to the lane. He does. Pass Dynamite. Blocked by Rumley. On the backside, rebound Matthews. Up the floor, near side for Dynamite. On the wing in the corner
not?
for Apple. Yes, sir! 15
Wow.
for Bryson Apple.
The dude
5 for 5 from 3.
keep giving it to him.
80-46. Elbow jumper is good for Cameron. So here comes the Cougars after the make, 80-48.
Uh-oh.
Adu gets the steal from Thomas. Thomas recovers, can't get the block though. It's a easy 2 points for Adu. He's got 5. So inbounded Johnson back to the basket near the baseline. Now turns, covered tightly by Parker at midcourt. Past him.
Why not?
Apple for 3! Oh. Just off the backside. Rebound to Cameron. Parker up the floor. Driving the baseline. Sanders to Adu. Adu almost backside steal by Matthews. Now near side corner for Cameron. Covered by Apple. Looks for the baseline. We'll have a push foul. I think that's going to be on Apple. Yep. 80-50.
What a ball game by Apple. This is amazing.
5 for 5 to start things off.
Oh,
from
look.
Downtown. Apple gets a applause from the home crowd as he heads to the bench. Rakestraw in the game. Go out of bounds. Off the hands of Combo. From Eastern Guilford, Rockingham County ball. They lead it by 30. Right up the floor, Dynamite on the far side. Looks inside, now dish it out in the corner for Rakestraw. Can't get it, but a rebound with one hand. Rumley
and
turns to the line. He'll go. Can't quite get the finisher.
This is gonna be interesting to watch. He's not Coach Aguilera. He's not letting them. He's not letting the dogs up. Hey, keep eating, boys.
Rumley can't get the first. Rumley's second is good. Rumley matching his total.
Oh, he got the ball back.
It's stolen. Matthews to Thomas.
There it is.
Nothing but net on the two-handed jumper. 14 for Thomas. Parker, far side. Looking to the lane on the miss by Sanders. Rebound in the hands of Rumley. Near side Dynamite. Behind the back, on the way. Ooh, what a move to the baseline.
Oh.
With two hands, looks to pass it in the corner. It's knocked away by Cameron. He holds onto it out of bounds on the baseline, far side corner. Inbound on the baseline for Dynamite. Far side, bounce pass in the corner for Thomas. Is that going to be a foul on the inbound? Yes. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Thomas? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Inbound for Thomas in front of the bench. Into Dynamite in the corner. Turns, heads to the basket, and gets it with one hand. My, ooh la la, 25. Up the floor the opposite way for Combo.
They're going to
Doesn't
push
fall.
it.
Dynamite's got numbers. Dynamite to the free throw line. Finger roll, doesn't fall. Almost gets his own rebound, pulled down by Combo. Looks for the bounce pass near side to Parker. Parker pushed the floor, right to left. Goes in the corner. Cameron back to the wing. Adu will settle on it as Dynamite covers him. To the basket. Long on the layup. Rebound Dynamite. Push the floor. Bounce pass to Thomas. Layup doesn't fall. Rebound Sanders inside. Here's Adu. No look pass in the corner off the fingertips of Combo. And Thomas will inbound for the Cougars. Braley will check in for Eastern Guilford. Revis in the game for Rockingham County.
Looking at the clock
Stripmiter
here.
as well.
Got 4:47 left. 15 points away from
Hundo. Johnson covered by Parker.
Oh, that's a
Tripped
foul.
up at midcourt will be a foul by Parker. I might be mistaken, but I might have just heard the bench say do it again.
Somebody said do it again. I heard that.
Thomas the inbound, near side. Bounce pass into Dynamite, covered by Parker. Parker opposite hand, or Dynamite opposite hand. One-handed floater inside, in and off the rim. Tipped back, though, by Stripmiter into the hands of Thomas. He sets at the logo. Wing thought about it for three. Rakestraw works in the corner. Bounce pass is stolen. Combo to Melvin with one hand. 85-52, 4:10 to play here in the fourth. Thomas past the timeline near side. Nice move in the corner. Rakestraw far side.
There it
three.
is.
6 points for Rakestraw. 88-52. And the finger roll for Parker can't roll in. Sanders grabs the rebound. Baseline foul behind the basket. I think they're going to call that on Stripmiter. All right, partner, if they get Hundo, I do owe you that.
Well. I'm just, you know me, I'm always looking at the benches.
And the foul, Sanders three, rebound inside combo, over the reach over, foul by Rakestraw.
So Coach Aguilar, he went over to the other side of the bench. Okay.
Coach Aguilar's way away.
Aguilar, yeah. And so it seems like every time Rockingham lights up a shot, makes it, Coach Sprinks is looking over at the bench. Every single time it happens. So this is fun to watch right here. 2
points for Sanders. Rockingham County basketball. Thomas at the logo. Slow crossover. Now high dribble. Covered tightly by Melvin. Gets it to Dynamite. Near side elbow jumper and
one! Okay, now watch him. All right, let's see him.
Let's see what he does.
Let's see what he does.
Coach Spinks has got his hands
every
crossed.
time, man. He hadn't said anything. Okay. He's look. Okay, all right.
He must have heard. Somebody must have relayed.
Yeah.
At the end of the third, Moorhead 39, McMichael 34. Make it 28 now for Dynamite.
9 points away from our first 100-point game.
Far side for Eastern Guilford. Thomas with the coverage. Stolen. Dynamite at midcourt. Finger roll, but there's a foul.
Whoa, here we go.
Coach Spinks is on the court, and he's going to pull his player Melvin off. I didn't see what happened.
I didn't either.
But Dynamite got the steal at midcourt, had an open finger roll, but the play stopped. Coach Spinks will talk to Melvin on the bench now as Cameron sets the check in. They stop the play. 3:12 to play, 91-54 Rockingham. I wonder if they're just going to put Thomas will check out.
Oh, he's still shaking his head over here. Coach Anglero, he's back over on his side now. Let's see what. Let's see. What happened?
Tickle in the ball game for Rockingham County. Revis with the coverage on the far side of Cotton. Here's a three from Cameron. He's got 10, 93-57. Dynamite near side behind the back. Woo!
Oh, my.
To the elbow, now in the corner for Tickle.
Oh, my.
Can't hit the twine. Rebound inside for Revis. Puts it back. It'll be out of bounds. It'll stay with Rockingham County. Right behind the basket on the baseline. Rakestraw, Tickle, Revis, Stripmiter, and Dynamite out there for Rockingham County. Top of the key for Tickle. Now back to Dynamite. At the logo, a foul off the basketball.
Moving screen?
Yep, it's going to be on 13. That's Cameron.
Okay.
7 points away from Chick-fil-A.
I like
I promised
it, my
I
man.
sent 100, I'll get you Chick-fil-A.
I like it, my man. Hey.
Revis, first one is good.
All right. 6.
Put that countdown up.
We got 5.
Oh, in and
no.
out. Rebound Stripmiter, though. Out to Dynamite for 3, near side, win!
Why not? 3. We're 3 points away.
31 points for Dynamite, 97-57. 2:27 to play. Far side 3 and answer back by Alex Johnson.
All right, here it comes.
Here comes Dynamite
Here
on the
it
far
comes.
sideline. Stands at the top of the creek.
Here it comes.
Leaner 3 off the heel. Rebound inside for Eastern Guilford. Rebound by Booker. Jalen Dickerson will check in for Rockingham County. First, Booker heads to the free throw line. The clock continues to run. So we might keep running. I don't want to pay for Chick-fil-A. You know, David, he's going to order the nuggies and the chicken sandwich and the waffle fries and a shake.
Oh, and the macaroni and cheese. The macaroni and cheese is the bomb.
Booker free throw is good.
I can't forget about that. Oh, no, it's a minute 23.
There's plenty of time.
He's leaving Dynamite in the game.
Off the heel, bounces in for Booker.
Right. You know it's
Inbound.
coming. Oh, there it
Foul on
is.
Dynamite. He's going to head to the line for 2.
Oh.
So clock continues to roll. So what you're hoping for is Dynamite doesn't take his time here.
Yeah, he's got to shoot it quick. He's looking at the clock, too. He's staring at the clock.
He's wondering why the clock's
Look,
not.
even Apple at the end of the bench. They're like, come on, let's go.
Everybody's like, why is the clock running?
What are we doing?
Oh, it's still running. No free throw. I'm going to win this. All thanks to a free throw and a foul.
I'm about to take my headset off. What are we doing?
They
what are we
still haven't
doing?
shot the free throw. They're waiting for a substitution to come
They're
in.
doing it on purpose. They're doing it on purpose. They're doing it on
Coach Spinks
purpose.
is holding his player from coming into the
Wow. They are doing it on purpose.
game. They got to give him a T then, don't they?
He acted like he didn't hear it. Wow.
He told his player to hold off there.
Wow.
Free throw is good for Dynamite.
All right, watch. We got to watch this. This is going to be
97.
They're going to give him the free throw.
Yep. Oh, I don't know what's going to happen.
Watch this.
Officials say game over. Everybody's waiting for this line to start.
Oh, here comes Coach. Look.
Coach Spinks is waiting for a hand from Rumley. He's not going to shake his hand.
They're not even going to shake hands.
Nope. Coach Anglero is going to step off the line, and I don't blame him. That's
Man. Wow.
On this night, the last night of January 2025, a rivalry might have just been born.
And he just walks out.
And tonight, a rivalry constitutes a 98-62 win for Rockingham County on the hands of Dynamite with 32 points. So that puts him 20 away from tying the all-time scoring record here at Rockingham County with 3 home games next week. Tuesday against High Point Central, Wednesday against Northeast Guilford, and Friday against Dudley.
2 points away. You have got to be kidding me.
98-62. I don't think I've ever seen that in my life.
He knew what he was doing.
Yes.
He did that intentionally.
He looked to the player that was checking in and said, stay.
He said,
pointed
said
his arm to the
stay.
bench.
Whether the officials seen it, he said stay. And then he kept acting like, hey, what are you saying? What are you saying? I'm not hearing it. That's crazy. Wow. We always see the good stuff. We always see the good stuff.
Hat tip to Coach Anglero for staying calm through it all.
He did, man. He walked away from it. Great job by Coach. That was, well.
You don't see that every day.
Ooh, look what we got here, partner.
Yep, Coach Franklin.
Coach
down.
Franklin.
98-62 final. 32 points for Dynamite. Make that 2 for Ross. 14 for Thomas. 16 for Rumley. 10 for Dillard. 6 for Rakestraw. And the player of the game, in my opinion, Bryson Apple. 5 of 5 for threes with 15 points. And he misses the second to end up 5 of 6. But 15 points on the night for Bryson Apple.
Man.
Nate Revis with 1 point as well. 2 points away from a hundo. Couldn't quite get it.
Couldn't even get my Chick-fil-A, man. Are you kidding me?
Final score 98-62. Before we head out of here, any final thoughts, David?
Oh, man. It was just it was an awesome night for Rockingham basketball. I mean, we seen Apple come in and light it up for, 5 threes in a row before he finally missed one. Dynamite Johnson, man, he's getting close. Nick Rumley, walking double-double. You got Thomas. This is a basketball team, man, that once they get hot, dude, they could really make a run.
They moved to 10-7 overall, 4-5 in the Mid-State 3A. And as we mentioned, next week, Tuesday, they take on High Point Central here at home. That'll be a very competitive ball game. Wednesday, Northeast Guilford. They've got 2 against Northeast at the end of the season. On Friday, they'll take on Dudley here at home. They'll wrap up the season at Northeast Guilford on the 11th, and on Valentine's Day senior night here at the Rock against Atkins. And again, Dynamite Johnson with 32. He's just 20 away from tying the all-time scoring mark from Justin Ward from 2004 to 2008 with 1,359 points. Final score 98-62. We'll talk to you later. More RoCo Radio basketball coming tomorrow at Reedsville as Reedsville takes on Gretna. We'll have all the action, including your pregame show from Penrose Car Wash and Cooler Ice, starting at 7 o'clock. Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening to RoCo Radio's coverage of local high school basketball. To find out where we will be next, make sure you head on over to our Facebook page. Facebook.com/Radio Rockingham, where you can find this ball game as well as our schedule for what's coming up. You can also download our podcast of our games by heading to Spotify and searching for RoCo Radio, or on Apple Podcasts, and also find our game archives on YouTube by searching for RoCo Radio. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 car wash in Rockingham County. Penrose Car Wash at 1509 South Scales in Reedsville has been serving the Reedsville and surrounding area for over 50 years. Established in 1970 by well-known entrepreneur Leo Rentz, this popular venue welcomes everyone. Penrose Car Wash, open 24/7, and find us on Facebook. Penrose Car Wash, voted #1 Rockingham County Car Wash 3 years in a row. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cooler Ice. Looking for a fresh ice and water option that's ready when you are? Cooler Ice is countywide. Find fresh ice and water at Little Caesars Pizza in Mayodan at 6734 NC 135 across from Walmart. And visit our local Cooler Ice dispenser at Schul's Home, 1635 Freeway Drive in Reedsville. And for all your ice and water needs, you can also find us at Penrose Car Wash in Reedsville at 1509 South Scales Street, or Two Rivers Plaza in Eden at 307 West Meadow Road. Get Cooler Ice, great tasting, fresh ice, available 24/7 at all 4 locations. 16 pounds or 32 pounds, plus premium water by the gallon or 5 gallons. At Cooler Ice, fresh and ready when you are. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Sandy Cross General Merchandise, serving the Sandy Cross community, Rockingham County, and surrounding areas of our beautiful Piedmont Triad since 1988. Rockingham County's community store at 164 Boyd Road in the Sandy Cross community of Rockingham County, celebrating our 36th anniversary. Stop by Sandy Cross General Merchandise for local pure brand gasoline with the cheapest price in Rockingham County for 93 non-ethanol. Sandy Cross General Merchandise is also your Nice's Sausage headquarters with great value for Rockingham County. To find out more about the Log Cabin Store, visit us on Facebook by searching Sandy Cross General Merchandise. High school basketball coverage on RoCo Radio is brought to you by Two Rivers Plaza. Rockingham County's premier location for exceptional small businesses is Two Rivers Plaza at 307 West Meadow Road in Eden. Visit the wonderful small businesses there today at Two Rivers Plaza, your premier source for small business services. RoCo Radio basketball coverage is brought to you by Circle Drive-In in Eden, serving the best hot dogs in Rockingham County for over 50 years. Located at 111 Boone Road, Circle Drive-In is your home for fast and friendly service and an all-American meal. Stop by our old-style drive-in for a delicious cheeseburger, crinkle cut fries, and top your meal off with a milkshake or banana split, or choose from one of our many menu items such as buffalo wings, chicken tenders, steak and cheese, the chuck wagon, and so much more at Circle Drive-In since the 1970s. For good food, stop by Circle Drive-In at 111 Boone Road near the roundabout. High school basketball on RoCo Radio is made possible thanks to Ancora Compassionate Care, formerly known as Hospice of Rockingham County. Their name changed late last year, but they're the same community-based, mission-focused hospice and palliative care provider the community has known since 1987, providing specialized care for those coping with serious illness. Ancora's mission is to be a supportive presence for life's journey when greater comfort and rapid response matter most. Make sure it's Ancora Compassionate Care. They'll always be there because they've always been here. To learn more about how Ancora can support you, visit AncoraCC.org. Just as they are a supportive presence for life's journey, Ancora Compassionate Care is proud to support our local basketball teams on their journey towards successful seasons. Local basketball coverage is also made possible thanks to our friends at Rockingham Update, the community source for local programming, government meeting coverage, community events, promotion and broadcast, sports, local nonprofit news, and so much more. Providing digital community news on all platforms since 2007, RockinghamUpdate.com aims to serve Rockingham County with the dependable information and coverage it deserves. For local programming, visit RockinghamUpdate.tv, your #1 IPTV station in Rockingham County. Thanks for listening to local basketball coverage on RoCo Radio, your home for local sports and all the hits. Make sure you tune in 24/7, RoCoRadio.com for great music, news, local weather, and so much more at RoCoRadio.com.